Friends and enemies, distinguished guests, people who are in possession of souls. I am streaming completely off schedule right now. We've had a very busy day. We went and picked up the lovely Ziggy Z, who is one of our mods from our Twitch streams from Dolly's parents' house, and they've gone for a nap, like one in one room, one in the other. Otherwise, that would be weird. I just heard that in my own head, and I am tired. I don't know about anybody else, but Christmas after a couple of days with all of the food and just I'm very tired. We did a bit of socializing today. We did a bit of socializing 2 days in a row, one stream on Christmas Day. We went to see my parents yesterday and I am psychologically a little bit spent. So we are here. We are playing Sailforth, which was a pretty chill game, not gonna lie. I really enjoyed it last time, so we're back for another go, and we are advertising low spoons. People tire me out sometimes, but that's it. For the people watching the VOD, low spoons theory. I invite you to Google it. I include a link in my YouTube video descriptions. Otherwise... yeah, so we're going to change tactic a little bit with this game today. We are going to play it with my own playlist over the top because I'm really enjoying... I'm not really sure how you'd classify it. Yeah, there's not even a genre because we found it via another song on Epidemic, but there is a song called Chicken Beat on Epidemic and I absolutely adore it, and it's got chicken noises in it, which is very on brand for me. But yeah, so we're going to play some more of this game. What were we doing last time? We were grinding for some currency so I could buy a much larger ship before going on to the next area. So we're going to see how that goes. Not going to lie, there was a lot of pirate speech last time I played this, and I don't know whether or not I'm going to read it out loud. So if you do not hear me hearing... pardon me, I just burped. But... if you do not hear me speaking pirate today, we'll just see if it happens when it happens. But yeah, so we are in Sandy Shores Wavering Cove. Can I remember any of the controls is the question. Yes, that's to go forward. I have this beautiful... well, my sails are a little bit in tatters right now. Yeah, that's to sail towards the wind. And that's to fire my guns. Okay, we're sorted. How did I load the side menu? I just need to do some stuff. I just need to get some currency. I am so close to having the 2,800 boat. So we're just going to sail around and we're just going to see. I hope everybody has had a nice Christmas period. Like I said, we socialized with people on stream on Christmas Day and saw my parents yesterday. Sky Alucard, how is it going? Are you having a wonderful day? I've seen you've been playing Sea of Thieves today. How is that going? What was I saying? We socialized on stream on Christmas Day, and that was absolutely brilliant. And that was great because me and Dolly have been having our Christmas by ourselves the last couple of years. So to have something else to do on Christmas Day that wasn't particularly Christmassy, that was great. We called it just getting my sea legs back under me. There's a bunch of stuff since I last played. Yeah, I remember there being... oh, come on, get off the beach. There we go. I remember there being a lot added to that game last time I went back as well. The map got 10 times bigger. I think I last played that game religiously when the volcano section got added, and we dabbled when the Pirates of the Caribbean content came out, but never got really into it because the story missions were just full of people, because they kept PvP in that for some reason, and who knows why. What I was going to say was me and Dolly have had our Christmas at home by ourselves the last couple of years and absolutely loved it. It was really nice to stream with people on Christmas Day. The whole point, we were trying to keep it so if people didn't have stuff to do or were potentially by themselves, they could pop in, have a watch. We played some card games, which is like... we played... Dolly's on a new card game kick. We're going to play some more card games on stream at a later date, and we are going to buy some to play at home. We're getting a table for that sort of thing. But yeah, I'm quite excited to do that. I'm quite excited to get into card games again because we only really got into, well, I only previously ever really played anything like that when I was half cut, and then COVID happened, and I've been sober for such a long time. It's quite nice to do it. It's quite nice to play cards, stone cold sober. I played dominoes with my mother yesterday. That was exciting. Has anybody ever played Mexican Train? Also, I'm not doing my usual stream admin. We had some we had some gift subs whilst I was away. Chim, we know him as Chim. I do not know how to pronounce his username. Gifted 5 subs, and Tis Just Brandon gifted 11. All cards on the table. I know exactly who that is and why they did that, but it was very nice that they did that, and has pushed me that much closer to potentially unlocking some more emotes. I think I need 35 subs, and I'm on like 28. So maybe in the next month I can get like a spurt of some subs to unlock another emote slot. But yeah, dominoes. Not the pizza. I played dominoes with my mother, and I had a lot of fun. Makeshift Dragon, welcome to the chat. We're doing a little bit of chill out sailing, and we're saving for my next ship upgrade. I ended up streaming on Christmas Day myself, and because of it, spent time with more people than I have in years on Christmas. Makeshift, that is absolutely brilliant. I'm really happy for you that you did that. What did you stream on Christmas Day? I don't think I caught you, but our time, there's a time difference between you and me. I think I might have spotted you online well after going to sleep myself. Like, woke up, saw Makeshift Dragon was streaming, rolled over, went back to sleep again. There's something about Christmas that sets me off personally in terms of we started Christmas by ourselves because we were in our new flat, and we just wanted to experience it. We wanted to cook something for ourselves. We didn't want to have to necessarily deal with people, and yeah, the drinking, not drinking on Christmas Day has always been weird for me since I quit drinking. So to have it by ourselves is sometimes easier in that regard. I was on ISV, opened my Secret Santa gift, and spent time in the gaming district. Makeshift, that is a cool idea for a stream. What did you get in your Secret Santa gift? I did not partake in Secret Santa on ISV, as I think people know already. I have unsubbed from ISV and will not be going back again before that happens. I logged in briefly last night, doled out some free resources, and then logged off, and that'll probably be it for me until I resub at a later date. I fully intend to go back at some point. I tell you what's really good. Me and Dolly have set up this SMP. We're calling it an SMP. It is. It's a group of ISVers. It's a group of ISVers. We are playing Minecraft together. It is absolutely brilliant. We're calling it the Frog and Chicken SMP. And it has reinvigorated me for Minecraft. People are doing things, and it's incredible how much gets done in those first few days of Minecraft. I'm digging holes because that's generally all I do, but it's a big hole, and I have like a plan for my hole this time. I've not overdone it like I did on the season I started ISV. I overdid it at the beginning of ISV and made my project far too big, and then had no drive to ever finish it again, which didn't help me when it came to the point that I was like, yeah, I kind of want to unsub to get on with some other things. Makeshift, it was just a player head that was a baby Ender Dragon model. I mean, that's cute. I didn't realize they were doing Secret Santa, to be honest. I feel like somebody mentioned it to me previously when they were talking about the challenge mode before. Is that something that Makeshift, how many seasons of ISV have you played on now? Or Sky, when you were on ISV, Sky, how long had you played on ISV for? Are a lot of the events that they're doing this year brand new? Do they do Secret Santas every year? It's getting stormy, and I don't know what that means in this game. I think I might have tapped out all of the money in this general area, so I might sail away. We'll see. Let's do another loop. Technically, I logged in once on season 6, but actually played starting with season 7, the current season. Fair enough. I super enjoyed my time on the ISV, and if anybody is ever interested in joining a paid-for SMP, I highly recommend watching some of Impulse SV's YouTube content and joining the ISV server, because they are a lovely bunch of people, and me quitting has no reflection on them. In fact, they were so nice when I logged on briefly last night and sort of said I was doling some stuff out. They were all very nice, and they've been very good to Dolly considering her chronic health and so on, and becoming a guide. It's just, we are not flush with cash, and I wanted to spend the money on the subscription for our own SMP for a little while. I know Dolly is going to keep up her sub at least for a little while, I think. Obviously she has to because she's a guide, but we're focusing a little bit more on the SMP for a little while, but between the two of us. I think I've run out of stuff, and I still don't have a grappling hook. Okay, we're gonna have to go to the shop, and I'm all done here in terms of stuff I can pick up. We're gonna have to go to the shop, which is in Fineswell. Also, I'm going to say this now. I don't know if anybody is watching that is not following me, but if you are, I don't know if you've noticed, but I need one more follower to hit my follower target of 80 followers. I'd really appreciate if you did, but no expectations if you don't. We're going to go and we're going to shoot this snail, and then we're going to sail over there, and we're potentially going to get a bigger ship. Potentially. If only because I can't figure out how to repair this ship. And the sails are all full of holes. I'm a terrible shot, everybody. There we go. This game has a much chiller feel to it than... I really loved Sea of Thieves. Played it at launch. Absolutely brilliant game. We're going to play it amongst some of the community members soon, hopefully. I've rebought it on Steam because I owned it on the Microsoft Store, and I don't know if you're aware of this, but the Microsoft Store is a pile of poo. So I rebought it on the sale on Steam, and I've installed it, so we're going to play that soon. But the lack of PvP and just sailing around and having a nice time sailing around this game is really fulfilling something for my brain. I mean, it really helps that it's cool looking too. I have no negative feelings of the soundtrack of this game. I just prefer this weird... whatever we're calling this music that's playing on the back of my screen, or on my stream right now. Oh, it's the man in the snail. I have received... no, it's the snail that is also a man, not the man in the snail. I have precisely what you are looking for. Let us make a deal. Sell me... No, I need to go to the shop first. I am a complete and total, but sell some cargo items. Ooh. I mean, scrap fabric seems to be worth a large amount of money. Why is it worth so much money? Hang every last scrap of fabric on the mast. It might be awkward with your trousers flapping around, but hey, you're at sea. Okay, let's get rid of that. And boom, we've got the right amount of cash. We are going to get a much larger ship, and it's either going to be a good thing or a very bad thing. I don't think I've done upgrades. Oh, was that an equipable that I didn't register? It makes you go faster. Total sail area 1 × 25. Speeds you up, I think. Or maybe that's just junk item. I get a junk item I can buy. Ignore me. We're going to buy a new boat because that's what I was trying to do before we finished last time. Time Lord, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Time Lord has been very busy today building a sheep farm on our SMP, on Minecraft SMP. I was present. I was digging a hole at the time, and I've been digging a hole for about 4 hours, so as Dolly and Ziggy were having a nap, I'm here playing boats. We're going to get a brigantine, because a brigantine looks pretty cool. Did I buy it? Hold to buy. Fleet size increased. I don't know... Sell a boat. Do I want to keep the Krusty Cluck? I don't know if that's useful to keep. We're going to for now. Am I sailing away on the bigger boat? I am. Look at it. It's beautiful. We need to think of a name. What's happening to my... There's a new boat in our fleet. We can manage it by opening fleet management screen from the radial menu. Oh, I guess you can have 3 boats in your... You can have 3 boats in your fleet at a time. Yeah, three based off this, 3 boats in your fleet at a time. So I guess if I lose this ship, I've not lost a ship yet. Maybe it's a permadeath thing and I don't recover the ship and just rotate back to a smaller one, which means I would call it a wool farm, not a sheep farm, as we are not getting mutton out of it. Very good point. I take it back. It was a wool farm. I'm gonna have to get out of my list. I'm gonna have to get my list out of funny boat names. I want to auto repair threshold. Outfit. I want to let's just remove these because I'm going to put all of the good cannons on my current boat. We're going to put the auto repair just at maximum. I don't know what that means, but we're going to hope that it's just ticking along. Also, we've got a bigger boat now if we find somebody that wants to join our crew, but I do need to equip outfit. Holy That's going to be a lot of cannons. I'm now going to have to stockpile freaking cannons. I have some money. I need to go sell my... What was the list of boats that we had the other day? Has anybody in chat got an amusing boat name? I think Tim's Buoyant Egg. I'm not naming this boat Tim's Buoyant Egg. I don't know what Ziggy was smoking when she just that. We're going to go with the wooden... wattle. I think the wattle is either the top of the head of the chicken or the thing under the chin. I can never remember which way around it is, but the wooden wattle. We're gonna go sell a bunch of fish. If my mouse would allow me to. Can you explain the game a little? I can. I was found aboard a little boat floating in what seems to be the Caribbean. I don't know whether or not. I don't know where on the where in the world this is meant to be because it seems to hint in certain thumbnails that you go to some quite built-up areas. I don't know, but I was on a very tiny boat and I rescued my co-pilot of this boat called Goose from an island, and we set sail to adventure. We're off to get the contents of her ship, or no, let me remind myself. I went looking for her ruined ship because she had been marooned and she had a treasure map which is at stupidly far up the map. I can get the map out. Come on, map. There we go. No, world map. Come on. Yeah, so we're traveling north up this map, and the place that I'm going is all the way up here, and that is the map. That is the treasure that Goose had the map to, and we're going to literally to get it. And we just go into all of these little piratey type situations on the way there. It's quite cute, really. We found a married couple on an island that really wanted me to take their photo. If you know anything about Sea of Thieves, just imagine Sea of Thieves with much lower energy and no PvP. You just go to islands, you find treasure, you collect scrap to build up your money to buy more ships for your fleet. You sort of sail around. I've done a little bit of ship-to-ship fighting, which is pretty cool. It's quite straightforward. It's nice, and you get a picture of the boat name on the back of the boat, which I think is really neat. Though I do not appear to be on this boat myself. I appear to be over on that other boat, which confuses me greatly. Yeah, I appear to be over there. And Goose is on the wooden wattle, so I don't know. I'm in command of the wooden wattle. We'll find out. And I'll be honest, Time Lord, I've not played so much of the game. We did a couple of hours. Oh my god, this boat is huge. Okay, this is Neath Shatternoggin who is now on board this boat. But we are in control of it. I guess we get more crew, and Captain Toot remains on board that other ship. Yeah, we need to go over here. I wish I knew how to zoom out. Because a zoom out right now would probably be quite good. And I'm completely sailing into the wind. It's just very... Oh, look, no! Our fleet follows us around. So if I get my guns out, I guess they're going to just auto-control over there. That's cool. That's very cool. Me is myself. Captain Toot is chasing down my big ship. I assumed I would just be on board it, but maybe my fleet just expands slowly. So I could buy 3 of these and just be sailing around in a massive... Okay. Interesting. We're going to see how that goes, and I need to slow down, otherwise I'm going to sail directly into this. We're learning as we're doing, mostly, Time Lord. You know me. I'm never prepared for anything. Oh god, here comes the pirate language. Ye olde Angle Wrangler Emporium welcomes ye. Fishies, photo films, and fancy paints. We're here to sell some fish. Because I need the money to go buy some cannons. Hand over fish. Tiny little boy. Thank you. TLB, it is weird for me to say your full name. How's it going, TLB? Have you been awake long? Take our fish. So many fish. 120 per cannon. That'll probably kit us out to do left and right. I was hoping for a little bit more. I haven't got any more fish to give. Get your fish collection. How does this work? Talk to someone else. We're going to go buy some more cannons from these good fellows. The good news is my boat does have a reverse gear. I don't know who is moving those oars or how that is happening, but it does. So we can do like a 3-point turn-ish. Concerns me that the big sail in the middle doesn't come down, and I wonder why. Like, there looks like there's a rolled up sail in the middle that isn't doing anything. Does 9 minutes mean a long time? I mean, if you will, it's a long time. It's 5:30 in the afternoon here. I've been up for quite some time, and we went and got Ziggy Z, who is staying with us again for a couple of days. We're taking her home on New Year's Eve, so she'll be around and about in the next few days. If we stream, you might be in the background. I don't know. Though I also have, I keep remembering things I need to talk about. I funded my webcam. I think I spoke about it to TLB. I think we might have even been on TLB stream yesterday. But following some gifted subs and some very generous donations, and obviously Christmas, because I got Christmas money, because that's all I had for Christmas was cash. My webcam will be ordered, I think, on Saturday, so it'll depend on how long it takes to get here. But my face will then forever be on the internet for everybody to see, which is a terrifying concept. I might have to start getting regular haircuts. But we'll have a go. I'm not sure. Okay, I have a little potted audience in the chat now. I think there's maybe 3 or 4 people, makeshifts here too. Do you prefer to watch streams with webcams on? Is there like a subconscious thing that makes you watch a stream more if the person's face is on it? Or do you sort of mix and match? I do say this is... I do get the irony of asking this, considering you're here watching me without a webcam. I do get it. But I'm just curious. Like, what do you prefer? Because part of me, I want to get it. I want to get. I think the it was kind of inevitable that my face was going to be on my stream at one point. I watch a lot of people that don't use a webcam and haven't been using mine. Fair enough. Do you think I don't really have a preference? I watch with or without VTubers in about equal ratios. Okay. I mean, I think I'm getting it for the right reasons. I kind of want to get my face out there. I do not care if there is a cam or not. Okay, this is all positive. I appreciate your positive feedback. If anything, that tells me once I eventually get my webcam set up, it's not going to be a permanent fixture at all times, because sometimes I'm just not going to feel like having my webcam on. And I don't think that should be a problem. When I was originally looking at streaming many, many moons ago, and this we're talking like 5 years before COVID, so a while ago now, obviously. I think it was generally accepted that you couldn't really stream well without having a webcam on, and I'm kind of happy that that opinion is now changed. Not me personally, but I think with a webcam you're more accessible to new viewers. That is good. I was curious about that. If somebody hops in, maybe they sort of connect to you a little bit easier if your face is on the screen. And I don't hear myself back regularly. I might have a really irritating voice to new viewers, so hopefully my handsome bearded face will balance it out. Upgrades. We're here for the pretty cannons. We're gonna take a bunch. Some games don't get some didn't say that. No, I didn't. Some games don't go well with a cam though, because the immersion. I take your point. Tell you what, I have really, and it's a completely psychological thing. I've been watching some streams. Some of them have got portrait webcams, and I like the portrait webcam, and I like the circular webcam as well. Having the webcam in a shape that isn't a standard rectangle pleases me. So I might try that. I might mess around with it. The pack of stuff that I bought from my stream, obviously I have an overlay. Obviously I have a pattern set up. Came with like a little chicken that sits in the bottom corner, and his face is your webcam. Sky a la carte, I think part of it is seeing live reactions as well, like people without cam need to react audibly or it doesn't engage the audience. Makeshift says there's also the matter of where to put it, because of a lot of games have info on various parts of the screen and the webcam blocks it. Yeah, fair, good point. I think in this case it would be bottom right. This is a very simple game. I take your point on where to put it, and I think the interesting shaped ones go on those screens a little bit easier. Because you can they're an odd shape, so you can stash them somewhere. The rectangle ones sort of take up a pre-assigned amount of space. And I'm just gonna mess with it. I think the light's gonna be interesting as well, because I have a tendency to look horribly. Just cover the game's minimap, make the audience guess. I have a tendency to look horribly grey, I think, when I'm on webcam sometimes. So hopefully the light will balance me out a little bit, so I don't look like a corpse. I've got so many cannons on this boat now. I need to go fight somebody. Let's go to the new area, because I'm also running very quickly short of cash. And I need to go slay someone. Oh yeah, so I think the general... Going back to your previous question, Time Lord, I think this is what's considered a run. All of this is procedurally generated. I don't think this stuff repeats, because there is a free sail mode where I think you can just sail around and experience stuff. I think I have an end game. I think if I was going to cover something up, if you're Sky, if you're watching somebody streaming, are you looking at their minimap, or are you leaving that up to them? I don't know. It's an interesting question, because I find when I sit back and watch streams religiously, like there is a guy that we watch called Hybrid Panda who plays a lot of Dead by Daylight. We generally watch him on the big screen in the lounge, and we're sat so far back I would have to have my glasses on to be able to like register what's in the minimap. Not that I think that there is a minimap in that game, but you take my point. Yes, I am blind as a bat. I am an old man, TLB, if TLB is still here. I am confirming it audibly. I need to wear big milk bottle-like glasses. They're huge. They're not at all. My eyesight is pretty good. I can't see stuff far away, so I have to wear glasses to drive and to watch television because our sofa is too far away. My ADHD likes the most input, but likes the most input possible. So if I can see a whole HUD, I pay attention to any given bit at will. Fair enough. See, I don't do that. I'm really curious about the mechanic of my little boats sailing around me still. And are they going to die? I don't know. We'll find out. Ah, blind old man. I am... You listen here, you young whippersnapper, but I'd prefer not seeing a map or quest log compared to a not... I'd prefer not seeing a map or a quest log compared to not seeing a player's health bar. Yes, you wouldn't cover up the health bar. I think a health bar or mana bar or anything is key. Makeshift, for me, without my glasses, the giant E at the top of the chart is a large, blurry black dot. Also, I think it's important to occasionally look directly at the cam and address the audience to connect better. On the flip side, you cannot slouch, pick your nose, or sleep off during stream. My biggest concern, like, I have an irrational fear of like inappropriately scratching myself once I've turned my webcam on, because I could be doing anything right here right now. I could be topless right now and you would never know. I'm not. In fact, I'm wearing a very warm Christmas jumper. But I might not be. I could be. I'm naked from the ankles down. There we go. I'm not wearing socks. That's what that means. Do you find yourself... This is useful for me. Do you find yourselves like... I know some people are very careful not to yawn on stream because it's you don't want to appear as you're being bored, so yawning constantly would be a problem. But are you offended when people yawn on occasion? Because people get tired, right? I'm tired today. So if I'm on webcam, are you going to take personal offense if I yawn? Doesn't bother me. Okay. This is all very interesting for me. Thank you very much for asking all of these questions, answering all these questions. I either do these sorts of questions here or I put like a questionnaire out in the Discord to sort of figure out what's going on. Nope, yawning is normal. Sky, yes, I will immediately unfollow and block you. Sky, I do a lot of things where you threaten that. How would you feel about a little business venture? Marley Blunderbuss. I love some of the names. If you yawn, acknowledge it, make a joke. Yeah. I feel like the streams where I'm most likely to yawn, i.e. today, would be the ones that I've marked with low spoons. Make content out of it. Here I am playing this nice sleepy game that's put me to sleep. How would you feel about a little business venture? Yes, that person, I would. Ever considered entering the lucrative field of courier and delivery services, my good sailor? Yeah, you talk funny and I like it. Bravo, then we have a verbal compact. Convey this completely harmless parcel to Scampy Nomblin, that wretched old penny gobbler I used to do business with. You'll likely find Scampy scallywagging about at Warm Cloud Isles. Okay. We're gonna go deliver some, what I think is bees. I'm pretty sure it's bees. Did anybody else get B? Did anybody else get... Yeah, it's going buzz, for God's sake. That has to be bees. Don't even think about opening this beauty. Yeah, it's probably full of bees. Perish the thought. Oh no, is this thing dangerous? Wait, what's that buzzing sound? This box is full of bees, isn't it? Never mind all that. Off with you now. Your sing mode should reach completely new heights with a cam. Time Lord, now that you've said that, I'm probably going to turn the cam off for sing mode because I only have a voice for radio. I do not have a voice for open performances. A face for open performances. I don't know. Sing mode is hard. Sing mode is super hard, and it's much easier when somebody gives me I can hold a tune pretty well, and it's much easier when somebody gives me like an example song, so I can go like, okay, and then I can sort of go in my mind, am I going to say silly lyrics to this, or am I going to say the actual lyrics? Okay, let's go deliver this clearly safe box of bees to somebody. Wish I could be there to see the wretch's stupid face. I was kind of disappointed that it's not on the deck of the ship. We're gonna go deliver some bees because apparently they need to be delivered quickly. I can travel there, that's fine. I need like if I do the sing mode thing and I have my webcam on, I need like a fake microphone on my desk to like really put the energy into it. Do some really fake, just like really leaning into it, you know? So where am I going with these? A general sea shanty. Let me think. I am going to err on the side of caution, Time Lord, because I confirmed earlier in this stream you might not have been here, but Dolly and Ziggy are currently having a nap. And singing on stream, I'm streaming, so that's probably a bad thing in itself, but singing probably opens the chances for me getting this shit kicked out of me because I'll wake up Dolly and she'll get a knife. So I have rejected that and I have refunded you your points. I hope you understand. I fear for my safety, Time Lord. It's not you, it's me. Marley Blunderbuss gave a strange packet to give to one of Scampy Noblin who should be found here. Okay, they're just here somewhere. Is that a pirate? You're a pirate. We're going to go blow somebody up, everybody. It's going to be exciting. I want to get them on my right-hand side because that's where all the cannons are. They're coming for me. And they've hit me. Very too close. Far too close. Okay, as it turns out, it's extremely difficult to find targets with a boat that is the size of a planet. Okay, I actually hit them. That's the exciting bit. Are they down? They're down. Nice. Yeah, I will sing a sea shanty when I am not fearing for my life from a sleeping partner. Allows you to practice. I mean, I could look up some sea shanties right now. You know any sea shanty? I only can think of Wellerman. Wellerman? There once was a ship that went to sea. That one. You know that one? It was very popular on TikTok recently. The name of the ship was the Billy O.T. The something, 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 something. Oh, my blue boys blow. Hey. No? Am I ringing any bells? Anybody? Oh, where the weatherman come? I think TLB was singing Wellerman when we were on stream one night, so I think TLB knows Wellerman. Maybe if we... Sea shanties are best done in a round, though, so if I'm going to sing a sea shanty, I need to get, like, a load of people on a Discord call, and everybody can join in, and we can sing in a round. Heard it, yeah. Does everybody just secretly know a lot of sea shanties? Because it's not really something I'm familiar with. When we play Sea of Thieves, we need to sing sea shanties, yeah. What? Drunken Sailor. Old Maui. Blow the man down. Hey, hey, blow the man down. What do we do with a drunken sailor? Yeah, I know that one. Wellerman, I generally know the tune. Come on. Well, in this game, it has everything. It even has a fishing minigame. I don't know how does Old Maui go? What's the lyrics to Old Maui? TLB, I have rebought Sea of Thieves and it is installed, so we will have to play at some point. I don't know if I'm going to stream it, but I will happily be on somebody else's stream. I know loads, but that's largely because I used to be a pirate in SCA events. What's an SCA event? We're going to very gently drift up to this. The Seahawk song from She-Ra. Look that one up. It's She-Ra, though. Okay, I might look it up. I think I'm becalmed. Think of the people who run a Ren Fair. Okay. I will say we don't have... Oh, are we actually moving this time, boat? Come on. I just love this music. On this playlist is chef's kiss for me. I don't know why. Except expand Renaissance to anything anachronistic. Okay, lower the sails. We're just going to broadside them. There we go. Is that it? Are they dead? Wow, okay. Having a boat with 4 cannons on the one side turns out is pretty good. I'm well up for singing actual sea shanties. To be honest, if we stream that, there are various musical instruments in there are various musical instruments of Sea of Thieves, and they have their own actual sea shanties in them. So I could totally see myself learning the actual lyrics and just singing along to the actual songs. If you never watched She-Ra, drop what you were doing and go watch it. It's that. I heard. It's interesting that you say that, Time Lord, because I heard mixed responses for that. I'm assuming we're talking about the new She-Ra, right? We're not talking like... I'm pretty sure they did an old 80s cartoon of She-Ra. I'm assuming we're not talking about that. She was in He-Man originally, right? He-Man was a little outside of my... age range. My brother was massively into He-Man. I thought it was great, but I'm easy to please. I heard, don't get me wrong, I love all of the good feely cartoony stuff. I love Steven Universe to absolute bits. I heard interesting stuff about She-Ra. Yeah, not the 80s one. Maybe I'll give it a go. I've just finished Sky. I think I talked to you about this on the Discord, so I'll say it, sort of aim this conversation directly at you. I watched all of Bleach in dub. I'm a horrible person. I watch anime dubbed. And I went into the new one, the Blood War series that they've released on Disney Plus, being like, okay, I'm going to watch it. Oh my god, they've released all 13 episodes simultaneously. I'm going to start watching. But what they did was they released the Japanese first, and then 2 or 3 weeks later, because I was massively late to the party, they started releasing the dub. So I got to like episode 6, and I'm now having to wait week to week to watch these new episodes of Bleach. I don't judge. I prefer dubs to subs. Do you find yourself doing other things whilst watching anime? Because that's always my reasoning. I can't sit down and watch an anime dubbed because I'm constantly I'm playing a video game, I'm doing something else. If I wanted to read, I'd read a book, and if I wanted to concentrate on one thing, I'd read a book. But I have to watch the dubs, otherwise I just miss entire segments of the story because I don't know what's going on because I have to read it and I'm doing something else. I literally almost never do one thing at a time. Same. Kindred Spirit. Neuro Spicy. Are you really doing something that you enjoy unless you're like overflowing yourself with so many like visual stimuli that you're not feeling any sort of feelings? The only opinions I have heard that are not favorable are from the bigots who don't like queer stuff. Okay. I mean, I say this. I can't watch subs, can't read that fast. I say about the Time Lord, I say this not as a bigot, obviously. We're very accommodating here. I hope that everybody gets that feeling. Other than the fact that I heard negatives, I couldn't tell you what the negatives were or from whom. Then maybe I should give it another go. Do you have hobby? Can you really say that you have a hobby unless you're doing 9 other hobbies simultaneously to sort of stop yourself from thinking? Because that's what I do. This ship, I love this ship so much. This boat is just brilliant. Makeshift has 5 monitors and often has things going on several at a time. Same. Like, I have a monitor entirely dedicated to Discord. That's it. If you like later Steven Universe, you'll probably enjoy She-Ra. Good to know. I love Steven Universe. Steven Universe was I want to say Steven Universe was like my... It's not an you get what I mean when I say like Steven Universe was like an indie cartoon? Imagine an indie game. It wasn't done like it wasn't done by a big budget studio. It was like new for its time. And Steven Universe was sort of my entry into that sort of show. Because my boat, my other boat over there is just absolutely just sailed directly into a mine. That's probably not good. And now I am stuck sailing. Am I on a reef? Oh, I am. I'm legitimately on a reef. Okay. Get the sticks out. Push. Reverse gear, everybody. I might... This sandbank is just invisible, apparently. My friendship is over there and it's getting blown up. Get me off this sandbank. Do I just live here now? I mean, I can't go forward. Do I need to turn? Come on. Wiggle free. Oh, come on, this is silly. There we go. Come on. Almost. Ignore this part, everybody. This has been, like... perfect sailing from me up until then, until I missed an entire invisible sandbank. I'm trying to think of other examples of what I would call like an indie cartoon. There was one that I started watching recently and I can't remember its name, but it was on Netflix and it was about a trans person working in a haunted house. And it was very cuddly. I enjoyed it immensely. I must go back. They released a second series, I think. I must go back and watch season 2. But it was a legitimately haunted house. Like they were like, oh, it's a it was like a theme park haunted house, but actually it turned out to be actually haunted. And I spent the entire first episode going, they're not. I think they're going to be trans, and they were. Not that that matters, but you know what I mean. It was quite nice to see that. Why am I just repeatedly sailing back onto this sandbank? We're just going to reverse all the way. Come on, get off the sandbank. I'm doing damage to this boat every time I come up here. It was nice to see that represented. I like the representation thing. It's nice when it's good. I want proper representation of everybody. Apparently I just lost some money for that little escapade. Pirates take heed. Chimken doesn't get the wheel on our galleon. I am much better at sailing in Sea of Thieves than I am on this. I'm just going to stop reversing and we're going to sail directly away from this. Ignore that. Ignore all of that. We're coming... Oh my god, there's still... How have I ended up on this sandbank that seems to surround me? Well, I can see how, because I came in from the side that's completely down, but still. Developers, this entire sandbank is invisible. For shame. If you are here watching me for some reason and you're not watching somebody else that's got a significantly better following, play it. Good, welcome, but still, this sandbank... Oh, come on, get off the sandbank. You're making me look silly. Do you have any other recommendations of feel-good cartoons or anything like that? Has anybody watched Wednesday? Because it's quite refreshing. My dad has access to my Netflix account. And I walked into Boxing Day lunch with my dad and my mum. He was sort of like, you watched Wednesday? It's absolutely fantastic. And I love that my dad is watching new TV shows like aimed at an age that are definitely not he's not the target audience for that show, and I love that he was so energetic about it. I mean, I will say I absolutely love the Sabrina the Teenage Witch remake. I'm just sad that Netflix absolutely destroyed it. I really like the show. Okay, I'll have to give it a watch. It's on the list. I've been watching Bleach, like I mentioned. And I just watched The Bear. Has anybody seen The Bear? It is about, it's the, if you've seen the US version of Shameless, it's Lip from Shameless, but he is playing Sabrina was great if you stopped like half season before the end. Yeah, I completely agree. They just absolutely like gave no shits once it had been cancelled. We're not legitimately sailing onto a sandbank again, are we? No. We're sailing into the wind. That's different. I highly recommend The Bear if you have Disney Plus and liked Lip from Shameless US. I super enjoyed that show all the way through. It ended a bit strangely, but they're doing a second season, so I kind of wanted... I felt like maybe that the season felt like a first half as opposed to a first season. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Left me wanting more, you know what I mean? I don't think that's a spoiler. Please tell me if I'm spoiling shows for you. Come on, sail slightly further forward so I can shoot this guy. There we go. And I don't know what this is, but it looks a little bit terrifying. Get stuck on a sandbank. Oh. Can I destroy this? Is that what this is for? If we haven't seen the thing, how would we know it if that's a spoiler? Very good point. I'm just going to stop talking. Either way, The Bear. Really good. Go watch it. I don't think I have, like... We're all old enough to know that the guy in... I'm not currently subscribed to any video service, Netflix or otherwise. I don't really have time for it either. Fair enough. Do you watch television, Makeshift? Like, do you watch actual television? It is not something... Me and Dolly, neither of us watch television. Fair enough. I think it takes all kinds. We have absolutely god-awful television reception in our flat, so have never got into actual television watching, so we're subscribed to all of the various services. And I watch a massive amount of Netflix and Disney Plus and so on, but I tend to, like Sky said, I tend to always have something on if I'm like playing a video game. I feel like I need to destroy this as well. Yes, I can destroy that. Exciting. Like, if I'm playing Minecraft and digging one of my many, many holes, I am generally watching Netflix at the same time. Why I die so much, because I'm sort of like attached to the TV show, and then sort of I'm paying too much attention to that and walk down a hole or something ridiculous. I'm sailing into the wind again. I haven't quite got the knack of dealing with this as a problem, other than sort of turning around. Come on, make that turning. Come on, make that turn. You're not going to make that turning. God. Dag nabbit. There's another building there that is somehow hitting me from a billion miles away. Oh, though I also hit it from a billion miles away. We'll take that. We'll take that small victory. I'm going to have to learn how to repair my boats. I think, based off the fleet manager, if I go in there... That's how I repair the boats, everybody. I have discovered it. We're at about half health, so when we dip below half health, I'm gonna have to auto repair. And I guess my other boat that is now sailing free of me just auto repairs at the same time. Come on, turn all the way around. I promise whoever is watching me that is going to potentially play Sea of Thieves with me, I am a much better pilot of Sea of Thieves boats. I'm usually either watching Twitch or YouTube, and the Twitch recap says I'm almost at 3,000 hours watched over the last year. That's pretty impressive. Have you done the Steam replay? Did you get any new and exciting information from Steam? Steam have done a replay, and it was quite interesting to see how many games that I've bought this year and how many gaming sessions I've done and stuff like that. I bought more games this year than I would have liked. Liked is the wrong word. I played tons of the game Satisfactory. I played Elden Ring to death There's a man on this thing. Let's go rescue him. Be part of my... I mean, you're going to drown, I think. Oh, I mean, I'll take that. Good news, everybody. We have 2 sailors now. I still have not found this person that I'm in this zone to find. How did you find Satisfactory Makeshift? I always look at it and think, wow, that looks absolutely terrifying. I can't bring myself to play. I have a friend that's big into that sort of thing. He has a he's working on his PhD in renewable energy sources, so he is science crazy, so loves that sort of game with that sort of scientific backing. Hey, wait, was Tango on Mixer at one point? Really? I joined the fandom, the Hermitcraft fandom, after Mixer was sort of done. I didn't know ZF was there either. For a long time, Tango and Impulse were the biggest channels there. Fair enough. Oh, I'm just doing terribly because I'm talking to chat. Hearing a lot of good buzz about Midnight Suns. Just can't bring myself to pay full price yet. I have seen a lot of footage of that game, and I tell you what, the customizable main character that you can sort of design to be your own superhero, it's absolutely hilarious because I've seen people like it's been they've designed their custom character and he's wearing like it's a dude, but he's massively muscular, but he's wearing a tutu and he's got like a really bad pink wig. And that is a superhero I can support. I think I've accidentally spotted the delivery point. I've just not got there yet. The Wooden Wattle. I do love that the name of the boat is just on the screen. I think I can see smoke from a fire where this guy potentially is. Ignore that. I just did all of those shooting things and didn't have to. I could have just come over here and handed in the quest. Come on, align your sail so you're going full pelt. Thank you. Nobody's on the wheel. I'm sure that's fine. I'm not a particular fan of superhero games, so I have not picked up Midnight Suns, but I have heard the gameplay loop looks interesting. A little less XCOM and a little more like free, like unrestricted. Oh, good day, gentle sailor of the seas. Scampi Nomblin, you surprised me. I was lost in my usual daydream of peace and prosperity for all. I'm about to deliver this man a box full of bees. Can I help you? Be careful with this, please. In any case, I am resisting watching Let's Plays to play it blind eventually. Time Lord, do it. I dare you. Stream it. I'd watch you stream that game. If only to see what sort of custom superhero you design. Oh no, bees. I think, was that all that was hit? I think the bee delivery might have been the only thing I had to do in this zone. I am, however, rich again, so I can go get the rest of my cannons. We went up there. Yeah, let's go get the rest of my cannons. Yeah, that's all done. I don't know what that target thing is, but we're going to go all the way back to Findswell Island. Findswell or Findswell? No route to this destination. What do you mean? Why can't I sail? Oh, I might have to just go in that general direction and sail there manually. Okay, so I am heading to... I'm just heading guess that's southwest, question mark. Why is the... Why can I hear the bees from this distance? Let's check the... Yeah, so if I sail full pelt in this direction, I'm sailing out of the bottom left. Now we got some speed on. Look at me! What's having out? What is everybody else playing at the moment? Have you picked up something in the winter sale on Steam? I've spent too much money. I got my Christmas paycheck early like they do, so you've got all of your paycheck for Christmas and went a little bit nuts, but I've got lots of games to play on stream now as well as privately. Sea of Thieves, like I've said. I've bought Choo Choo Charles. I'm going to be playing Slime Rancher 2 soon. Have you bought it, TLB? I liked what little bit of Slime Rancher 1 I saw you play. And I'd be interested to see the new game. The Slime Rancher franchise was sort of a game that I somehow missed. Like, entirely. I'm not entirely sure how. Because it seems right up my alley. The art style is very cute. Also, TLB, I think you got Pokemon Violet for Christmas. Are you enjoying Pokemon Violet? You're $3 short to get it. TLB, I will lend you $3. Never finished Slime Rancher. I don't know what I was doing. I thought I slept on the entire Slime Rancher franchise. I don't know why. It's definitely similar to other stuff that I've played. Why have I somehow jumped over here? I got gifted the Gloomhaven DLC and might try my hand at Civ 6 again after getting the entirely all of the DLCs for less than $10. I think the thing to remember with Civ 6 is those games improve massively once the DLCs are all out. So if you've got all of the DLCs, great. Get playing. I'm still here, but I want to go down here and it's not letting me. I'm just going to sail in this jet. There we go. So is Brightwing Bay where I'm trying to get to? No, Brightwing Bay is the island that I somehow missed. Okay, but that's good though. I now have a connection. That's fine. Let's go get some cannons. I don't think they've released a Civilization game ever where it didn't massively improve when they released the DLCs. Like, I played a lot of 5. I think it was 5. I've kind of lost count. I was unemployed at the time, and that Civilization game out, and I felt like I played a shit ton of it because I was unemployed and had nothing else to do at the time. But that was like 10 years ago. What Civ was being played 10 years ago? Yeah, Pokemon pretty good so far. Lots of weird visual glitches. The ground likes to just stop existing. I enjoyed Dolly's playthrough of that game massively. I hopped in and out of it. I'm probably not going to play that Pokemon game. The visual glitches aside upset me spiritually, and I'm sad. But if you're enjoying it, there's no problem as long as you can get past. I can't get past the visual glitches, personally. Considering how much money Game Freak just poop out when they release a Pokemon game, how they can release a game that looks like that still, I don't know. But I heard good things about the story. I think Dolly said it was possibly her favorite story of the recent Pokemon games, so that's great. Let's buy some more glittery cannons. I'm now fully kicked. I'm now fully kitted out. I want to equip them. I don't want to buy more ones. Do I have any cargo I can sell you? I think I have pearls. Yes. And some fish, which I can't... I've got... Where did I get you from? If one barrel works all right, it stands to reason that two would work twice that much. The benefits should be pretty apparent. Okay. We're getting a dual barrel gun, apparently. We're going to stick it on the front of our boat, or the frontest of our boat that we possibly can. And I'm probably going to repair my boat also. They should be fixing some of it soon. I saw some fixes were made. Ah, okay. I mean, that's sad that they've... I'm sad that it's taken a little bit too long, because a lot of people... Based off, considering Dolly played that entire game on stream, a lot of people will have played that Pokemon game already and moved on and probably not go back. I'm still of the feeling that why the hell have they not... I like the little floaty magic hammers that fix my boat for me. Isn't that brilliant? I do not understand why they have not done a Pokemon MMO where each new game is an expansion to that world, which means all of those Pokemon are then accessible in every game, like World of Warcraft, but with Pokemon. I don't understand why that's not a model, because I would pay for that as a subscription service. Something that you could dip in and out of, so you unsubscribe when you're not religiously playing. I would play Pokemon as an MMO. I bought 5 guns and I only needed... I'm sure I'll use them. I need to lean back 1 second. Sorry. Oh. Ooh, okay. That's the front gun. The people who made it did not have all the time they needed. They had under a year. Okay. Yeah, no, I can sympathize. I sympathize with that. I think they should have been left to their own devices and released a game that was finished. Though I will say, what did they release in quick succession? They're like, the reason that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet doesn't look very good, the story's fantastic, don't get me wrong. They released Pokemon Arceus, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Remake, and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet all within the space of 12 months, I feel. I think it was 12 months. If not, it was very close together. And maybe that's why Scarlet looks like it does. Okay, this ship is now dressed to the nines. My original ship is... part of me wonders if I was piloting that little ship, my massive ship would just be driving around with me and being like, yeah, boss. But we're going to continue to sail the wooden wattle for now, especially as I've got a new crew member. And we're going to go sell some fish again. Not there. We're going to go to the other map because I'm constantly making that mistake. And we're going to pick up some more fish on the way, and it's going to be this whole thing. It's going to be this tiny fishing adventure as I go across the map. There's a technical term for when people have to rush out a video game like that. Development squish, maybe? Something like that? I feel like that sounds right. And I would much rather them release a fully fledged game. Crunch, thank you. I knew it ended with an H. I couldn't think of what the word was. I wish in 2022 that didn't have to happen. But I think the ability for people to update games after official release now has ruined it for the rest of ruined it for... They're never putting that genie back in the bottle. People will release unfinished games and they will patch them a couple of months in, and then they'll be like, yeah, this was entirely intentional. And that's it. I miss the days of... I'm about to go into an old person rant, so I feel like if anybody wants to switch off me now, I invite you to. Cantex, welcome to the chat. The sailing is going pretty good. Nice and chill. I was just about to get into an old person rant of I'm sick of games not being finished at release, and how I miss the days of PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 where if you bought a game it was like finished in the box. Much as games are much bigger now because of DLC and stuff, I would like them to work 100% out of the box, and quite often they don't. Yeah, come on board, I guess. We've now got 3 people on our boat. That's super exciting. Antex, we got our nice... Look at it. Look at this. We named it the Wooden Wattle. Because when I played this game originally, a bunch of names were thrown around. But I have this nice new boat, and my little boat, because this is a fleet-based game apparently, just sails around with me in the distance. What is this boat doing over here? Why is it just sat there awkwardly like that? I don't trust it. We're going to go blow them up. Look at all these cannons that I've got now. Yeah, you better run. Yeah. They're unnerving me. Come on, the wind. Am I on another sandbank? I might be on another sandbank. Oh my... Why are there invisible sandbanks all over these maps? There we go. That might be the second time I've just run straight aground today. I think that's what those splash marks maybe mean. We're gonna pretend that I didn't do that. I am a brilliant sailor in RL, in real life. I have not ever sailed, really. Has anybody ever actually sailed a boat? The only glitches that I am fine with when the games are new are when shading messes up a tiny bit. Yeah, I completely agree. Like... I work in marketing, and believe you me, there is a lot of shit that goes out in terms of terrible written text, like really poorly written text. Westwood Ho- I'm going in completely the wrong direction. Don't crash into me, Captain Toot! We are headed over this way. I'm okay for a little visual. I'm okay for the occasional visual glitch. But I will also say... I have played the Fallout games. Those games release with game-breaking glitches, and I've enjoyed them massively, so I'm not too much of a purist. But, yeah, I just like a game to be done, and not to be, like, have all of this bloody discussion about how terrible the game is, because it just doesn't look as good as it could straight away. I wanna go a couple of, not that it affects me directly, but I wanna go a couple of weeks like basking in the glow of people enjoying the game online, not immediately ripping it to pieces. I would like to say World of Warcraft was always like that when I was playing, but that's a complete lie. There will always be people with negative opinions about World of Warcraft expansions. I'm one of those terrible people that read reviews online and let it affect my opinion. Sometimes it's useful. Sometimes if you like go in the reviews and it's like, don't play this, it melted my PC and made my mum talk French. I don't know why that's important, but reviews are useful for that, and it's kind of difficult to avoid them if you're looking at avoid the other reviews if you're looking for those sorts of reviews. What did I play recently? Has anybody here heard about New World, which was like the Amazon answer to World of Warcraft that they released about a year ago that was terribly received at launch? I went back to that recently, and it tried to melt my graphics card. For some reason, my graphics card just went to 100% fan usage the entire time I was playing that game. And it's 12 months old. I've played better looking games since. And for some reason it just tried to eat my graphics card. To the point that I've got noise cancelling headphones. My graphics card was making such noises I could hear them through my noise cancelling headphones. So, panicked, uninstalled it. Yeah, and it's apparently a known problem. It made a bunch of GPUs when the game was originally released run it obscenely hot, and they've never fixed it, and I don't know why. When I played it originally, I didn't have the problem, and now it is. It's just a poorly optimized piece of poo. Which I'm really sad about, because I like the MMO experience, and what are you? I don't know what that is, so we're going to go find out. That's very exciting. I like the MMO experience, but they don't really release new ones regularly, so when a new one comes out, I want to give it a go. And it's sad when they're just poorly optimized and die terribly. I want a resurgence of MMO games, if only because I use an MMO mouse for absolutely everything, and I'm concerned that one day I'm going to stop being able to buy one because nobody's interested in them anymore. Edging to the west. No, I need to turn the other way if it's on the west. Oh, this game is pretty... There is 2 boxes I can see. That's exciting. I've got forward-facing guns on this boat now. Come on, roll gently into range. That's what we want. Can I reach that? Can I reach you? No, not even slightly. Ugh. Come on, fall down. Quick, do not crash me into the beach. I've had too many crashes today. Everybody's judging me in chat. Kaboom! Now reverse. There is not a sandbank there. You are not stuck again. I doubt you won't be able to get one. I have an optical drive and most things are done via the internet instead of physical media these days. I don't think... my biggest concern is when I say I have an MMO mouse, I have a Logitech G600. They were like the big... They were like the big fantastic MMO mouse a long time ago. And all of the other competitors have stopped producing theirs. And I only ever seem to be able to get them when I need to replace this mouse from third-party sellers. One day I'm going to have to change mice, and I don't know if this has been clear to you, Makeshift. My brain doesn't work right sometimes, and I don't like change. In the same way that I've worn the same... I will compare my mouse usage to the shoes that I wear on a daily basis. I wear Merrell shoes. They're reasonably expensive as shoes go, but I only own 2 pairs of shoes. I have worn the same model of type of shoe, religiously for like 10 years, particularly since I've been in the job that I do. And if I ever stop being able to get those shoes particularly, I'm gonna cry. Brain doesn't work right and don't like change. Long lost brother. I am so adverse to change, you have no idea. Like, physically sick adverse to change. It just upsets me spiritually. I'm pretty sure, and I'm not pointing fingers at you if you're saying you're like me, I'm pretty sure, basically, looking for a boat, basically I'm going through a adult ADHD/autism diagnosis. It's not that I think I have ADHD because there's no hyperactivity component, but I think there is something up with me and I would like a professional to tell me what. Because I don't know if you know this, if you talk about that sort of thing to anybody, everybody's got an opinion and none of them are qualified to give it. And I'm not pointing fingers at anybody here, but like my mother works in school, so she obviously thinks she's a psychologist. And I love my mother dearly, but I just need a trained professional to tell me if there is something what I think, if I have the thing I think I have. Hyperactive could also be internal instead of external. Okay. My brain runs about a billion. I have this thing that I call my internal monologue, and that is a that I would say is an internal hyperactive thing because it says a lot of words very quickly. But I don't know. I need a professional to tell me, and until then, I don't know if anybody in chat is aware of this, but never look up anything medical on the internet because it's like, okay, what symptoms do you have? Oh wait, you've got ass cancer. But I've only broken my toe. No, definitely ass cancer. Never never try to get a diagnosis from people on the internet. Seek professional help. And I say that as someone that is lucky enough to live in a country where I don't have to pay an absolute fortune to go to the hospital, so please don't judge me for that, because I obviously understand people's situations elsewhere are slightly different in terms of being able to afford assessment and that sort of thing. But if you think it's something serious, please go to the hospital. And good for you, Makeshift, that you're trying to get diagnosed this year. The NHS in the UK is so shite that I made an I got referred into the system in maybe September, and I doubt I will hear from them for at least 18 months. I'm just sailing around now. We were about to go further away, weren't we? World map. Thank you. I want to know what that big target is. I'm assuming I've got to shoot something. And I guess there's something to take a photo of in the island next to me. I guess there's probably going to be like a... because it keeps telling me the day when I sail to a new location. I expect there's going to be like a... oh, you took this long to get to the big treasure at the end of the game. Hello, sir. Oh, he can't possibly be sending more bees to more people, right? I sent your bees. Why are you angry with me? You can't possibly need to send more bees. I delivered it. I guess I'm done with you. I delivered the bees. I'm not really sure what I was expecting. I was considering that's a man that made me take bees to somebody. Yeah. Let's go over to what looks like a ruined ship on an island over here. How long have we been going? Hour and a half, people. Hour and a half. I don't have a stretch option in my channel points, but please can I invite everybody in chat to do a cheeky stretch? It's good for you. And I know I have in recent, like in the last 5 minutes, told you to not listen to people on the internet about medical things, but stretching is important and you should stretch at all times. Just walk around constantly with your arms in the air. Makes a lot of sense. One day I will figure out how this works. Speaking as a 34-year-old, like, geriatric man, highly recommend that you stretch. Stretching is for taffy. I've never had taffy. I can't comment. Oh, it would help if my full sails were out. I'm just sort of sat here going, why is my boat not going anywhere? Didn't have my sails out. Old chase gun. Okay. I'm kind of hoping that we're going to get my... need a grappling gun, because I've seen boxes that I can't pick up. How would you rate taffy? Like, describe what taffy is to me, because I can't look at Google right now. I have never had a thing called taffy. Interested in hiring some extra hands? I'm game if you make it worth my while. I mean, let's do it, because I don't know what happens when I hit capacity. We're just going to get more and more until it says we can't get more. Come on, get your sails out. Where are we? Do we have a location? No, we're looking for something related to targets. Like a shooting range? I don't know. Got him. Okay, you don't have to sail too close to those, so that makes me feel slightly better. To be honest, guy, I quite enjoy... Oh, God, this looks complicated. I found the targets, everybody. What is this ship doing here? Am I going to sail up to it? Is it just going to leave? Don't crash into it, though. Inspect. A free boat. It's a cutter. That's bigger than the other one that I had, right? I don't think I have one of those. What a shame, then Demp's cry action. Do I want to repair a derelict and have a ship sailing around with me? Scuttle for spare parts. Both of the ships that I've got are reasonably kitted out at the moment. And anything I put on that. I enjoy, a thing that I super enjoy, I do not play Sea of Thieves optimally. I do not play Sea of Thieves optimally. I like parking my boat somewhere, jumping out the side of it and swimming so far that nobody sees me coming. Killing a person on board their boat, sailing it away, so if they're on an island, the boat's just gone and they don't know why. I am a troll in Sea of Thieves. I hit it! Hooray! Do I now have to sail up to it? Because there was a lot of sand around. Yeah, that's an island. The one thing I have a lot of fond memories of the launch of Sea of Thieves when people didn't realize about the always-on microphone on certain Xbox controllers, because the number of times I would climb on an enemy's boat and I could just hear a little kid going, "Oh my god, I think he's on my boat," because I'm hearing him through the microphone in his Xbox controller. Some of those days I wish I'd been producing some sort of content, because the hot cat, what's the word, the hot mics for some of those early Sea of Thieves plays were just incredible. There we go. How's this gonna work? That was the wonderful time you could just shout at Xbox torn off and DC your enemies. Yep, that was a beautiful time. Is it gone now? Do they not let you do that anymore? I say this like it's gone. I don't actually know if you can't do that anymore. I think a lot of people are now wise to hot mics. Boy, it's great to see you, a friendly face around here. They seem to have toned back the pirate speech outside of that first area, which I'm kind of appreciating. I've gone and run myself ashore. Think you could give me a little shove somehow? How, though? Can't fire at him. Don't use voice control on anything. So you're very wise, makeshift. I wonder if now I'm in a bigger boat I can get enough speed up and just go straight up the side of that if I get enough speed. I'm just going to do damage to my own ship though, so maybe I won't. I think if I had a grapple gun, I feel like that's going to be the way that I sort that out, and I don't have a grapple gun yet. What are these targets about, do we think? Whoa! What? At risk of teaching you a good day. Oh, apparently the game thinks I let him off his island. And I got an ancient junk for it. Okay. Nobody saw that. Perfectly. I'm enjoying this game. That wasn't a game glitch. That was completely intentional. Yeah. Who doesn't like a quest that auto-resolves and you get the benefit every once in a while? What on earth is that? Map fragment. Everybody stood on deck like they're having a mother's meeting. There is a man over there. I bet he's something to do with the targets. Come on. Howdy, oh my god, why is there a cowboy? Wesley Dud Shooter. Duds Shooter. No. Wesley Dud Shooter. I said it right the first time. Howdy, howdy, howdy. You'll look like the fine, upstanding type what remember the mallow dough. The mallow dough? Wesley Dud Shooter at your service. Fastest cannoneer west of the nitty-gritty and manatee herder extraordinaire. He herds manatees. Let's get down to brass tacks. Your fancy run at me target shooting course? Blow me mind and I'll make it worth your while. What you say? Do the bloods of mully-headed mavericks flow through y'all? Y'all? Wait, manatee herder, what's your deal? I target shooting course. How does this work? Put me in, coach. Let me at him. Target shooting is so pedestrian, I'm out of here. I do not feel good about target shooting in a boat, I will say. Curious about yours truly? Shucks. Well, fetch me a mouthpiece and settle on in. Plenty of earfuls to go around. I've never heard of a manatee herder before. You're a really unique individual, Wesley. Ah. Hard to fathom you ain't heard of the noble profession. It's a right proud heritage. Moving them beauteous sea cows from place to place. Rain and cold and dark of night. Nothing like having your seat in the saddle and the open waves before you. You'll come back now if you feel like changing your vocation. These courses seem like a lot of work. Why bother? Why bother? It's the love of a perfect shot. You'll felt it true. Raise those cannons with your hearts, not your hands. Glory in marksmanship goes way back, friends. I knew a shooter could snip a whisker clean off a catfish. Even full as a tick, mind you. Even full as a tick. Full as a tick? Ain't no taradiddles here. So keep after it. Your deeds may well be remembered true. You're a really unique... I think he is. Me, well, I was born to this life, friends. Clearly old Wesley Dud Shooter ain't of the first water, but I made do. Shooting iron in wee chubby digits, even as a babe. Done me fair share of rambling and wrestling over the years, too. Now here I sit, passing on my love of the craft. So leather their cannons and make an old sea cowpoke prideful. I apologize for my murdering of the pirate language. Cantex. Cantex has been off doing taffy research, and we appreciate you, Cantex. Traditional saltwater taffy production starts by boiling a variety of sugars in a large copper kettle to a high temperature. Then the sugary mass goes through an aeration process to capture tiny bubbles in the candy. This makes it softer and less tacky. Typically, a pulling machine stretches it, twists and kneads the mixture into a chewy treat. I think I've had things that are similar to taffy, but not taffy. If that makes sense. Like, do you have refresher bars in America? Like, they're long strips of what I think taffy is, but it's just like a chewy substance that tastes of a certain flavor. Let's change the subject. Suits me just fine. Let's get back to it then. I don't care for taffy anymore, only when I was a kid. Fair enough. I don't have high hopes for this, so nobody laugh at my utter failing at a shooting course. How much time do I have? Fucking sail, bitches. That's one. I think that's two, but I might have hit the pole. I think maybe Starburst would be... Yeah, Starburst is something that we have in this country. That's what I'm sort of imagining, yeah. We have Starburst. Oh, I've gone too quick. I now need to back up whilst being timed. I'm sure this will be fine, everybody. I'm sure this will be fine. Can I shoot from here? Maybe... I can. Okay, so now we're going to drive past this next one and we're going to broadside. Come on. Get your sailing Get sailing. Oh, too close. Oh, that counts. That totally counts. As does that. Literally every target. Am I going to be one short? Benaboo! Perfect timing, Benna. I'm blowing stuff up with shit cannons. How is it going, Benna? Are you working today? Oh, this is going to be so close. Hi. I lost. I ran out of time. DollyWhiskers is awake from her nap. Huh? You okay? You're having mashed potato. You're not streaming. Okay. Okay. DollyWhiskers is having cold, warmed up mashed potato, everybody, but she is feeling like death. So can I have an F in chat for DollyWhiskers? Her Minecraft stream will be cancelled tonight, so I will probably go until I'm ready for bed, basically, because I'm not eating anything either. Benner is here, TLB, Sky, Cantex, Makeshift is here. Have I forgotten anybody? Hi, everybody. You'll be able to get me a Coke while you're up. Do you want me to cook you those? Would you want me to put those beef things in the air fryer? No. Okay. Can I eat them? I can eat the beef things, everybody. Having said that, I'm never going to eat meat again. Which, yeah, maybe I should just not eat meat today. This is a low spoon stream. I'm trying to detox after Christmas because I feel like I've gone up 9 trouser sizes. It didn't help that I ate McDonald's this morning as well. We're very refined here. Did everybody... I'm not sure if chat heard that. They've had... Ziggy is staying for the week. They had Cocoa Pops for dinner, a bowl of Cocoa Pops each, some warmed up mashed potato from yesterday, a little bit of ham, and some smoked salmon. We are living... Ziggy had the smoked salmon. We are in prime Christmas, like, leftovers territory. And Ziggy is eating my Doritos. Rude. Half a bag of humbugs. I don't know why I'm telling my chat about this. This is the meal portion of the stream. I've paused. I've met a cowboy in the middle of what I think is the Caribbean, and he's a manatee herder. And he's got like a shooting course, and I'm going around shooting these targets, and I missed. I failed by 1 target. And that sucks, because it was my first try. And I was going to be like, wow. I might go on Minecraft in a bit, if you want to just be on Minecraft but not voice. On stream, I mean, because we can be on a call, right? So what time is it now? I will potentially be playing Minecraft in about an hour, actually it's about 2 hours and 20 minutes if I'm still live. And Dolly might join me then, but will not be streaming herself. Does that sound right? Okay. I'm going to get back to it. Bye! Benna, I'm having my chili dad made, and then I'm making homemade sugar cookies and homemade icing. Me and my boyfriend are going to decorate later. That sounds like a fun activity. I don't bake. I think I've surrounded myself on the Discord with people that bake all the time. I'll also be on Minecraft planned on streaming too. Okay, timeline, let me know when you're going live, and maybe I'll hop on. Maybe we'll cross over and we can be in a call whilst both streaming. But yeah, I streamed this early because everybody was having a nap, and actually, it's going to be a long stream, everybody. So buckle up. It's 2 hours of this, maybe something else. Is there anything you would like to see me play? Cookie decorating is fun because you can be messy and it could look as ugly as ever and still taste good. Very true. My regular schedule is an hour and 20, also hour and 20, also Minecraft. Okay. But yeah, let me know. Tell you what, for the people who are talking right now, I need to get my mouse back, which is currently stuck in the game. We are going to do a shout out for the lovely. I'm not going to shout. There's a timer on this time, Nod. You will forgive me. I don't think I've shouted out Makeshift, so I'm going to shout out Makeshift first. But I'm going to shout out both of you. I just have to do one and then the other. So if there is anybody watching who is not following Makeshift, I invite you to follow this link. If I could type in Makeshift's username accurately the first try, which I can't. I think that's spelt right. CSCHWARZA5. Yeah. There is a little heart at the top of your chat, and you can follow them directly from it within chat if you're watching. I'm not sure if that works on mobile phone. And we will try Time Lord as well. I think there's a 3-minute time limit on this. Gaming and science. Yeah, I can only have one of those active at a time. So I will shout you out in a second, Time Lord. It does not. I just tried. Okay. If you're watching on PC, go check out Makeshift and drop them a follow. I'd appreciate it. But yeah, I'm free with the mobile does not work. Okay. Another thing that the Twitch mobile app just doesn't do. Wait, it puts it as a banner like the polls and hype train. Yes, it does. So before I had a shout out that was powered by a system called Stream Elements, which was an exclamation mark, and it just automatically inserted a link into chat. That one that is built into Twitch chat allows you to follow the person without leaving my stream, which I think is pretty cool and much better than the Stream Elements one, but here we are. I would like to thank, I doubt they're watching me, but I would like to thank there's a streamer called Casual Carrot that I like. They're great. They have such good energy, and the stuff I've learned from watching their Twitch interactions and their chat interactions is just incredible. In fact, I'm going to shout them out too after I've shouted out Time Lord. Oh my god, there's so many people to mention. Shout out Gaming and Science. I'm only one follower away from 80, and we will have achieved that achievement. Can I get a follow? There we go. Gaming and Science. I've shouted out Time Lord. If I'm gonna after that little shout out sesh, if you're watching this stream and you're enjoying it, I'm getting back to the game now, and I apologize. If you're not following me, can you help me hit 80 today? Because then I have to think of yeah, let's give it another go. I might need a smaller boat for this. I mean, maybe I'll get another follower if I stream till like midnight tonight. It's only 6 o'clock now, so if I stream for another 6 hours. Why is that one block thing a one block thing? I've immediately balls this up, everybody. Pay no attention. I don't think this boat is maneuverable enough to do this well. Okay, hard to the left. Okay, it's almost like I had a strategy. I'm doing this so much faster because I've done it like in one fluid movement. Come on. Okay, I've run aground. Can I still hit it? I can! Sails up! Quick, keep going! I've got so much more time than I did last time. Oh my god, why are you now going so slow? That middle one is going to be a dick. Okay. Come on. Yeah, that middle one's going to be a dick. Yes! Oh! Second try. I'll take that. You ding done it. To the victorious, go the spoils. Hooray, my word. Vamoose now, you varmints. Gotta set all them bad boys up again. Okay, that means I'm done in this zone, right? Because I think I had 2 things to do in this zone, and that was one of them. I had a ding. Was that in game? Ow, treasure chest. Off we go to Salt Crown Cove. I'm not really sure what my next achievement should be once I hit 80 followers. Okay, based off what I asked earlier, because we were talking about webcams and what people like to see on stream and everything. What do you think about the target thing? Does that like, if I put a thing in there saying I would like 5 subs, or I would like this, or I would like that, what does that, do you pay attention to it? How does it make you feel? Let me catch my breath. Inkle dongle not. Would you kindly do me a favor? I need to send something to a friend. What do you say? I don't know what it is, but is it a box of bees like the last guy? I know this real fancy chef, see, but those taster buds must be on the fritz. Everything they make comes out all wrong, so I got to thinking. Maybe some spicy mama peppers would help things along. Couldn't hurt, right? I know you'd agree with me. All we gotta do is totally tote it over to warm Coral Isle. I just got triggered by would you kindly. I'm sorry, Sky. Triggering is never a good thing. You know the way, right? Get on a move. Where am I right now? Oh, that's miles away. Where am I now? Yeah, I'm there. I was having a moment. There's a lighthouse, and I don't know what lighthouses do. Guess you're about ready to head off then. Let's go find out what lighthouses do, and there seems to be like a park bench on this little island here. But yeah, I'd be curious to know what chat's opinion is on the channel target thing that appears on the right-hand side of my screen. Should it be there? Should it not? I honestly don't know. Inkle Dongle Not, come and let's chat. No, this is Lum Droblinger. Hey, keep it quiet, will you? Can't see you. Can't you see I'm on a hunt? The hunt for the white whale. Well, I'm going to get a photo of it anyway. Say, is that a camera you've got? As much as I want the glory myself, I've got pretty cozy spot here, so if you were to get the photo, I'd definitely pay you well. I'll mark your map with the location of the last sighting. Come back once you've got the photo. Okay. Let's go for a hunt for a white whale. Sounds like fun. I've not done any photography in a little while. Oh my god, this music in this game. I might link this playlist in Epidemic because I want everybody who I know to be using it in their streams because I just love it so much. I won't judge you if you don't or are not sub to Epidemic, of course. It's kind of a requirement, but still. This is not in-game music, everybody. This is Epidemic's greatest. Oh my god, they're having a fight over there. Did the pirates win? Did those people just get killed by pirates? Am I about to go steal all that loot that they dropped? Yes, I am. No, I think that ship with the red sails and the star on it are nice. They just got a crew member. That's an interesting thing. The fact that they get crew from that is interesting. They don't get drops, though. I'm currently subscribed to Pretzel Rocks myself rather than Epidemic. Can I ask why, Makeshift? What makes you feel... What makes you feel... Do you think that Pretzel is better? Is there a reason? You can say there's no reason at all, which is a perfectly valid answer. Those are pirates. Let's go kill some pirates, everybody. I got a thirsting for a pirate killing. I'm gonna drive straight up to him and nail him. Yeah, you're gonna die, Borta dupe something. including what these billy goats have on board. So how about you? We're invincible and cannot be stopped. Don't throw us to the wolves here. Stay and help us. We're already on it. No, we're not giving you stuff. Not necessarily better, just what I've been using for a while, and they have a chatbot that posts the song information in chat. Plus, it's what Impulse and Tango and the crew use. Fair enough. I am not a fan of the chatbot, I will say, but I'm not sure about the... I don't know. I'm not sure if there's a benefit to being on one or the other in terms of the copyright music you have access to. The chatbot doesn't sell it for me. Me personally, I can understand why you might want to use it on your stream. All together now, with our powers combined. Let's teach them a lesson. They're right here. Oh yeah, sail into my broadside. Sail into my broadside, you idiots. There we go, they're dead. You'll live to regret that, nerds. A lot of people turn that part off after they subscribe because it's one benefit of paying for it. Oh. Yeah, I feel I wouldn't... I've lost count how many songs have played in the background, and the chat has been particularly engaging today. I'm talking to you guys a lot, but it's a fairly chill game. And I wouldn't want the song name to be popping up all the time. I feel like that would drive me crazy. I don't know about that driving anybody else crazy, but I wouldn't. I remember these faces. Well, would you look... Would you... What a disaster. Okay, Borta, you're just dead in the water. Can I rescue her? Or him? Is Borta a man's name? Come on, hard to starboard. That is starboard. Hard to starboard. Starboard. Are you just in the water now? Oh, they might be dead. No, they're just in... They're in my ship. Okay. Onwards to victory. Where was I going? I was going to find a white whale. Okay, turn around, everybody. Turn around. Edging to the southeast. Come on, turn. Keep going. You can do it. There we go. We're heading in the general direction. We're coming up to the 2-hour mark, so if I do not go after finding the white whale, please somebody tell me to go to the bathroom. I'm not an adult. I cannot do these things myself. I am drinking, thank you, Sky. I have a can of Coke and I have my water beside me. Oh, come on. I was slightly off sync when I pressed A then. Does that... Can I just sit... No, that's gone. I like it posting in chat myself, as people will sometimes ask what the song is playing. I do not think I've had a single person ask me what song is playing on my streams. But fair enough. If they have on yours, that makes sense. Maybe I'd consider it if people had. I think when it comes to copyright stuff, asking for the song name... I don't think if I knew the music was copyright free, I don't think I would ever ask for the song name, because it's going to be something random that's never going to appear in anywhere obvious. So I suppose all those sorts of songs are going to be on... All those sorts of songs are going to be on YouTube probably as well, maybe, as videos. I don't know. I'm still... Sky Alacar posted a song about a chicken on a raft in the Discord the other day, and I'm still fighting back tears that I have not been able to... that I have not been able to use it. Maybe I'll write to the guys that sung it and be like, "Hey sir, I'm a chicken and I like to play boat games." What does a whale look like? Is that a dumb question? Holy shit, there's a lot of boxes on that little island over there. Yeah, we're in the general area. I'm just going to sail around and see if a white whale pops up. One that I also have to very quickly select the camera for. And hope that it's not moving once it actually shows up. Part of me thinks this would be easier in the smaller boat. Where's the white whale? Come on now, you white whale. There's just going to be a whale that jumps out of the sea that I'm very easily going to miss. I think I'm going to switch back to the other boat for this. Take command. Onwards, Clusty Cluck. Crusty Cluck. Now we got our little, adventure vessel. And the wooden wattle will be our, big bodyguard ship. Look, Captain Toot is back at the helm. Or, back on board the boat I'm sailing. No cannons. Yes, very good point, Makeshift. I will not sail directly into a fight. And I will pray... Like, a whale's not going to fight me, right? This isn't going to be the first boss fight that I've experienced in this game. Imagine if I have to fight a whale. Compass says south. Imagine if I have to fight a whale, guys. How would you fight a whale? You have to fight a megalodon in Sea of Thieves, so I suppose it would be no different to that. Just this boat's a little bit more maneuverable, and I feel like I can actually see the environment around. If there is a whale here... Oh, I see something over there. I love fighting Megs. I still haven't fought the Meg. I fought the Meg when it was new and the event was still happening. I have not fought it recently. That was when they added the whole in-game communication with boats using flags mechanic. And we ended up rolling up on two boats that were fighting the Meg already and sort of started helping out. And we sort of joined their group partway through the fight because they started doing damage to us while we were parked there by accident because they were concentrating on fighting the giant shark creature. And it ended with my entire crew on board their ship after we sank. And we were singing. I feel like we might have been singing in voice chat. Or they were singing in voice chat. I don't remember. That's a shark. I mean, I've not taken a photo of a shark, so that's exciting. It's not a white whale. There's the thumbnail, everybody. With the lighthouse in the background, and when a kraken happens, it's just pure chaos. I have such fond memories of fighting that first Meg and ending up on somebody else's boat. That is another thing I like to do. Sky, we were talking about things I like to, like trolls that you can do in Sea of Thieves. I like swimming stupidly long distances because the number of times I've managed to sneak on board somebody's ship and be in the basement of their ship blowing stuff up before they even realize I'm there. Because you get up onto their ship and just walk downstairs. Okay, we found a shark. No white whale. I'm assuming it's just gonna it'll just turn up. Best roll if you're undetected is just a set of banana to cook. Yep. The slow burner though, you'll pardon the pun. I feel like if there was going to be a white whale here by now, it would have shown up, but you know it's going to turn up as soon as I leave. Let's go fishing. Oh, goose. I can't find the white whale. Come on, get going. There we go. Turn around. Do we think the white whale even exists at this point? I feel like this might be a troll. Maybe it only spawns at certain times of day. How long have I been waiting here? I'll just continue to chat shit and sail around. What are those birds doing? Like, what am I doing in terms of the map right now? I am like 10 miles out of the fucking circle. Come on, get to the circle. Like, am I in the circle now? Like, almost dead center in the circle. Well, this isn't very entertaining watching. We would like a white whale, please. There's more fish. I'll do some fishing. This might be in the circle. I keep seeing like a white effect on the water and thinking, oh, that's probably it, and then nothing happens. I think it's just this game's version of sun flare. You know, lens flare. I love that my boat is just chilling out with me, like full of people just sat in the background. More fish? More fish. I don't think this is going to be a whale. Imagine if I put my rod in the water and pulled out a whale. Okay, now let's sail back to the circle because I'm inevitably 10 miles out of it. Okay, we're like dead center of the circle. Ish. Ish? I don't think this little wooden fishing rod that I've got is designed for fishing whales. If your line didn't snap, the rod would, not to mention your shit would probably sink. I've got like a cartoon image in mind of my boat just being pulled along with Captain Toot just screaming. What do I do? Like, do I just sit here? It's quite chill. Ahoy there, boat. How long can I theoretically sit here for before it gets boring to watch? The water keeps doing these little toots and then I think, oh, there's a whale down there, and then nothing happens. Toss somebody overboard as bait. I don't think whales are attracted to humans. If it was a shark, then maybe. Oh my god! Is it literally below me right now? It might be literally under my boat. Get the camera out, you... Yeah, I see a... Everybody! I found it! Toggle the UI. This is going to be a terrible photo, but at least it'll complete the story. I have to wait for it to breach, I guess. Because nothing's happening. Oh yeah. For God's sake, do not waste the film. Come on, up you come. Up you come, little friend. Be about to have a fight with a shark. I have no idea if this is ticked over for me at this point. I mean, I'll go back to that guy. He doesn't seem to be doing anything. Like, I was kind of expecting him to breach so I would know where he was and then get the photo of that. But he just seems to be hanging out. I don't know if this counts, everybody, so I apologize if I sail away and it doesn't count. Tossing somebody overboard might work from Megalodon, though. Yeah, probably. I'm not sure if it would be telling me if I could... Let's do it. That's the end of my film, anyway. Okay, so now what we do... Watch him burst out of the water now. We're going to get back to our fastest ship. Take command of the wooden wattle. And we're going to go back to that cameraman. Who's not far away. And we're going to see what he says. And then I might have to go buy some film from those old pirate-speaking men. Whale, 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 what do we have here? The game is now making puns, everybody. Okay, so at least if we hang out, it'll turn up. So even if I have fucked this up somehow. See, the shark's breach, I was expecting the whale to. If we have fucked this up somehow, at least we know that I wasn't just straight up doing it wrong and I wasn't actually meant to be throwing people overboard. I did! Mad props. I now need to go get some film, though, because you have taken my film. I can't believe I have to sail all the way back to... Every time I want more film, I have to go all the way back, yeah, to the fish guys. I have some fish to sell, but it's kind of irritating. We still need to find out what that... we still need to find out what the lighthouse is. Who knows at this point? Who knows? Yeah. We need to go... I'm going to get to the shop. And then I'm going to go on a 10-minute break. Because I need to stretch my legs. And I need to go to the toilet. It's a large coastal tower with a warning light on top. Thank you, Captain Obvious. You might want a vessel with a shallower draft if you go to the lighthouse, okay? I'll take the little boy. I'll take the little boy. I have a bunch of money now, so once I've gone to the fish guys here. There isn't a ship currently. Are they evil? The entire contents of my boat seem to go into a blind panic then for a second. Are you evil? Let's go inspect him. Hi. Ahoy, your fleet is looking a little thin there. I'll join you for the right price. Yeah, I'm sorry, he wants to join my fleet. Leb Funfiggle. I don't know what warrants as a good boat, so we're not going to spend that amount of cash. Because I could just buy a boat that I wanted. What I was going to say was we're going to go to the fish guys. And then I'm going to go to the toilet. I'm going to go kiss my girlfriend and hope she's okay because she says she's not streaming tonight and I'm concerned for her well-being. That's where everybody in chat goes, oh. And I really need to Google the whole sailing upwind thing in this because this cannot be this. Is there a seal? I can't see a seal. This cannot be the speed that this boat is meant to go when sailing upwind. This can't be. There's a seal! I've got no film! Oh, you bastard. Seal friends. Seal friends. Brake. I might have been pressing the speed up button instead of the brake button. Fishies, photo films, and fancy paints. Let's talk to you, Lise. Let's see all them fresh shots. Hand over your photo film. Marbles, let's peep on the snap you brung. What's this? Ain't ne'er peeped this afore. A can feel the inspiration coursing all through me. And ta-da! Peep upon me masterwork and be stupefied. Your contribution be worth 10 wood, I reckon. White whale, it's really big. Ooh, would you peep this photo? Puts a real twirl in my twirly stash. Here comes the stroke of genius. I can get a white whale for my sails. Peep upon me masterwork and be stupefied. Your contribution be worth 150, I reckon. What else sprung on that photo film? Multiple copies of the same film photo, but that's because I didn't really understand. Let's toss it. It's just lots of photos of the same guy. Yes, I'm shit, Captain Pirate Man. Oh, come on. Did he give me full photo film? I think he must have. Sell the fish. Hand over your fish. Take our fish. Okay, we're gonna follow what Makeshift said. We're gonna switch to the tiny boy, a crusty cluck. Take command. We're gonna go to the shop, and then I'm gonna re-outfit this boat now that I've got a load of cannons. Yeah, this boat has no draft on it. We're fine. TLB, I will get a drink when I get up in approximately an amount of time, TLB. Thank you for the continued hydrates. I'm going to switch that so only one person can do it once per stream, and then TLB's going to be scuppered. Which is a very boat-specific term. Let's get some fish on the way. No. That's all I get. That's the only response I get. No. Bok, bok, bok. Thank you for the chickens. I do like me a chicken if it wasn't clear on it already. Oh, I have more. I have, Let me get to, we'll go on the, let me get to the shop. I'm losing track. Let's get to the shop. Come on, come now. Have something adorable to show stream. Absolutely adorable. and I will show you on my BRB screen. Person with the name of Chimken would never guess you might have a thing for chickens. I like to eat them as well as look at them. Also, I do love like, if you just listen, I like listening to a chicken. Oh, I got a new vessel blueprint. Let's build a new boat. What boat have I unlocked? No, the brigantine is what I had. Oh, I think I spoke... One of the guys that I spoke to was a pelican, so I think I unlocked the... I think I unlocked it. The idea seems like a good idea. Again, you'll pardon the pun. Then my main little boat. Because currently I've got the Pippin and it's kind of pathetic. Let's sell some generic cargo. I've come over here specifically to buy cannons. I have got so many cannons. Like, so many cannons. Ignore me. Ignore me. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go that one, and then we're going to go there, and we're going to go... Why do I not have a outfit? There we go. I've got literally a billion cannons. Well, not literally a billion. With an extended barrel and long stable gun. Oh yeah, got the sniper cannon on the front and the 2 smaller cannons on the sides. Nice. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go pause. I'm going to skillfully put my Xbox controller on the desk. If I learned anything from AC Black Flag, is that there's no such thing as too many cannons. I totally agree with Assassin's Creed Black Flag. You are correct, sir. I want to show you something adorable, so I'm going to put you on the BRB screen. And I would like to mark this on a stream because they are constantly impressing me with some of the stuff that they do, and I've called them out for this before, and I don't like to draw too much focus. But if you have it, if you have anything art-wise that you'd like me to plug, please do so, because TLB is going to get another shout out for some of the art that they do related to the community. How big is this? This is going to be huge. No. No, that's also wrong. Tiny little boy, TLB, you know him, you love him. TLB did custom Christmas cards for... Dad put my drawing on the fridge again. TLB did a bunch of custom Christmas cards for certain members of the community, and I think sent one Christmas card to the entire community after they ran out of steam. But how adorable is that? That's brilliant. Either way, TLB, I appreciate you. And if anybody who is watching right now ever has any image artwork like that you want me to shout out, please do. Just send it to me and I'll be like, yeah, let me put this on stream. And like, I don't want it to be like I'm copying the person, but a guy I've mentioned before, Hybrid Panda, that we watch for DBD content, at the beginning of all of his streams, he likes to talk about things that people are proud of. Like at the beginning of a stream, he goes, okay, tell me something you're proud of this week, so we can all be like, wow, congratulations, that's fantastic. I feel like I'm trying to work in some sort of segment like that. And I keep focusing on TLB because TLB is the only one that's sending me art. But that is brilliant, TLB. We really appreciate you, and I hope you had a Merry Christmas and continue producing amazing art because it's good and we love it. Makeshift, love the Christmas card. Yeah, we love it, TLB. Either way, I'm going to go on BRB for a little while because I need to get up and move around and go to the toilet. So we are going to put a... 1 second. I need to copy that and then go to BRB and Paste reference. Okay, so the timer should now be on my screen. I'm going to go on a break for approximately 10 minutes. I will be back in 10 minutes. And we will play some more pirate game. But I hope anybody that is still watching, I will not lose you at this point. If you are not following me, I'd really appreciate a follow, because I think a lot of people have pointed out today I'm one follow away from hitting 80, and that will mean I will have to find a new follow. So if you're enjoying the stream, please stick around, and I will be back when the timer hits 0. If you can see that, because it's very hidden on the back of my screen. But I'm not going to change the color of it now. BRB guys, I'll be back in 10 minutes, and I'm going to reset my playlist so the music's going to change abruptly in 1 second. Hello, everybody. It appears my cat has been typing in chat whilst I was in the toilet. I will go from what Sky just said. 1 out of 10, instructions unclear, hit ceiling. Is that because you can jump very high, or is that because you can fly? And who knew that my cat could type in such perfect English? You know? I trained him well. I think they were trying to fly. I mean, mystery third option, low ceilings. You could have... Really need to do that outside. If I jumped... I mean, as a 6'6" man, if I jumped like my hardest, I could probably bang my head on the ceiling in our flat. Maybe if I did it off a stool or something, which I kind of think defeats the point. Either way, my little boat has got my little tiny boat's got a good gun in it now. So we're gonna go inspect a lighthouse in my new little ship. New little ship, old little ship, new guns. It's a really good thing that boat that I just sold through wasn't a solid entity, isn't it? Did I rebalance that? Did I turn the music down? I did. Does anybody have any requests for music choices? Because I'm perfectly happy to change the playlist that's playing in the background if you have any sort of genre requests. Obviously, it can't be copyrighted, so genre request is fine. We are going to go to that lighthouse and see what's happening. The current music feels very you, and that's a good thing. Good. I love this. Thank you for saying that, Makeshift, because I love this playlist so much. Why do I feel like you are lying about your height and you are really much shorter than you say, but not by much? No, I am. My tallest in my life has been measured... My tallest in my life has been measured at 6'6". The last time I was measured at the doctor's, I think I was 6'5". But I think whenever, I don't know. Between 6'5" and 6'6", but I'm not getting a tape measure out to prove it to people on the internet. Avi, welcome to chat, Avi. How is it going? What does this do? What does this lighthouse do? It's just a thing. What's all this feet and inches business? Okay, 1.98 meters tall. If you're going to be specific about it. Does this do... I don't think this does anything. I think it's just a lighthouse and they've trolled me. Let's do a quick... Let's do a sail around. Would anybody like to know my waist size? That's the question. If we're talking about measurements of things. I mean, I've got pretty large hands too. I don't know what. Can you measure hands? I imagine glove size is a thing. How thickum is the chickum? Okay, there's... Yes, you can measure hands. I'll open... I don't... If you've got no questions, I won't hold it against you, but as we've been streaming for a while, and I like to keep the whole conversation going, if you have any questions for me, lay it on me and I'll answer them as honestly as I can. Go steal this man's wood. Best through hug jugger. Good news, they exploded in a puff of smoke. Okay. Somebody lay a really deep, meaningful question on me and I'll answer it for you. This is where I'm putting the chat on edge. Like I'm I'm setting a challenge for the chat to wow me with a deep question. There's another pirate fight over there. Hello. Pan Ado Porter. Why do chickens go bok bok? Where did you bury your last murder victim? I have a story about the last murder victim. I have never murdered anybody, just to clarify, but I have murder knowledge. Why do chickens go bok? Less of a question, more admiration. I do know how you and Dolly can stream low spoons because I've had a migraine for 2 days and I'd rather die than stream. I will get to all three of those. Those are 3 good questions. So 3 very good questions. Why do chickens go bok bok? I don't know. Chickens are mysterious like me, and I don't think there will ever be an answer to that question in the same way. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Or why did the chicken cross the road? It's a mystery. Nobody knows. Where did you bury your last murder victim? I have never murdered somebody, but I have a strange murder victim fact that if you ever do a murder, you should bury your body under the body of a dead animal, because when the bloodhounds activate because they sense blood, people will dig up the dead animal and think that the dog is in mourning for the dead animal as opposed to the body that you've buried 6 foot lower. That's a random thing that I've learned through various crime shows that I've watched over the years. Whether or not it's true, I've never killed anybody to test it, so I don't know. Less of a question, more admiration. I don't know how you and Dolly can stream low spoons because I've had a migraine for 2 days and I'd rather die than stream. My low spoons ties to my potential ADHD/autism/neurodivergency. I'll do the command because I don't think anybody's actually done the command because everybody knows what it means. Low spoons. Dolly is chronically ill. We've talked about Dolly being chronically ill, and her stuff ties to her energy levels. If she's in a decent amount of pain from her chronic pain, she can probably stream. She just takes painkillers. If she's chronically tired, she tends to have to tap out and go to bed. I have low spoons in relation to my whatever neurodivergence and mental illness. So I drove a fair distance this morning. We've just had 2 consecutive days of Christmas, so we did some streaming on Christmas Day, which was great, don't get me wrong, but it was it tires me out when it's like Christmas tires me out. And we went and saw my parents yesterday, who I love, but it was a social interaction and it was just out. And then I went and drove the car 2 hours this morning to go pick up Ziggy Z, who was staying with us for the week, and that has led me to feel in a bit of a low psychological mood. So I put the spoon theory out there. Yeah, that's how I can stream with low spoons. Dolly can stream with low spoons because she is feeling like she's got chronic pain. If she's chronic fatigued, she probably wouldn't be live because her mumbling her words bothers her sometimes. Real facts here from the Chimken. Ahoy there, got room for another sailor? Yeah, I think there's room on the other boat, so come on board. Oh. Yeah, I can pick up the other boats. When I pick somebody up from the middle of the sea, I'm about to have another fight with somebody in a much smaller boat, so we'll see how this goes. I think I answered everybody's... Come on, slow down. Oh, thud. No, we're not paying you to go away. Come on, just get on with it. I might have been hitting the friend then. We're gonna get him. Nice. Look what you've done, Gizno Sawfiddle. We're sinking. Oh, what a world, what a world. How rude. How rude. I'm shocked this didn't work out. First time for everything, I suppose. Wow. That was a close one. Take this as our thanks. We'll be more careful in the future. Good. Okay. Migraines absolutely exhaust me, so I guess that does make sense. Been very dizzy all day today. Tried to make a burger and spilled 3 of the 4 condiments. What 4 condiments do you put on a burger? Maybe 1 or 2, but 4, Avi. Wow. Migraines suck. I personally don't suffer from migraines, so I can't sympathize because I've never experienced them. But Dolly, bless her, with all of her chronic illness and stuff, also gets migraines. And she gets visual auras and all sorts of struggle with them. And I don't think you would have her streaming if she had a migraine. So, you know, it balances out. Cut ketchup, mustard, mayo, and I feel like that's too many condiments. I think you just need to ketchup, mayo, mustard, which I spilled over, and then seasoning salt. Why would you need ketchup, mustard, and mayo? Avian Falls is crazy, everybody. I would like to eat a burger. I don't want to be eating a swamp. It's basically Big Mac sauce. Some people like to have them all. Yeah, that's crazy to me. It's basically Big Mac sauce. I do like that you can buy pots of what they call dirty burger sauce. To be fair, it was kind of a dry burger. It needed it. I had a McDonald's today, everybody, and I had, so me and Dolly have a new thing that we do, that when we take Ziggy home or go and pick her up, we get a McDonald's because there's a McDonald's near Ziggy's house. And we order, this is our order. We order 2 large Big Mac meals, so that's 2 large chips, 2 large Big Macs, whatever, and 2 large drinks. And Dolly eats the chips, and I get to eat 2 Big Macs. And it is the best. I don't have chips. Dolly can't eat much from McDonald's, so has to eat the chips. That's it. Is there there's a little man by the lighthouse? Is there a little man by the lighthouse, or is that like a thing? What's going on, little man? There is a little man. Lightkeeper Sprax. I am Dolly in that instance. I can live on Macca's chips. 2 large portions as well. I steal a couple, but yeah. That's our McDonald's order. What is everybody else's fast food order? Like if you had to ask the question, what's your favorite fast food and what would you get from said favorite fast food? Tell me in chat. Let me live vicariously through you, because now that I'm at home and not picking up Ziggy, all of the takeaways near us are terrible. I have to commute for a good burger, which is just boring. Weary traveller, welcome to these hallowed isles. Bathe in the radiance of this humble lighthouse and be comforted. Why do I feel like I'm joining a cult? I only ever get fries and iced coffee from there, but you already know I love me Taco Bell quesarito. I do know that, especially the hot sauce, because Avi's local Taco Bell forgot the hot sauce once, and I heard about it for days straight. Makeshift doesn't eat out and hasn't had fast food in a long time. I will say I hadn't had a Big Mac since about 2017, and I had one about a month ago, and it was so good. We went today, and it was the second time since going to the one near Ziggy, and it wasn't nearly as good, but it was still good. If you know what I mean? Having left it like 5 years or so, I felt like it was time, and fast food after being left for that long is just brilliant. Meat Lovers Pizza from a local place called Pie Tap. I love the name. I like meat on pizza, so that sounds good. A&W Teen Burger. So that's A&W root beer and a burger? My favorite burger shop closed during COVID. That sucks. It's a federal crime to forget hot sauce. Can I do a little bit of shameless? I'm going to ask permission because I've done a little bit of promotion today. Is chat okay for me to do one last bit of self-promotion? I am, however, going to also talk to Lightkeeper Sprax whilst this goes on. Bathe in the radiance of this humble lighthouse and be comforted. Go off, King. I have now, and I'm not going to big this up too hard, I have now budgeted for, and I will be ordering my webcam and my light at the weekend. So that's my webcam and light sorted, so my face will then be on the internet. At the end of January, I will be able to afford the chicken mask that is currently on my throne wish list. I think I put a command in for that. Did I? Yeah, I did. There is a chicken mask on my throne wish list. I have now budgeted for that based off my Christmas bonus. And with a very kind amount of gift subs from Chim. And let's go, Brandon. It's just Brandon. I will be able to afford to order the hot sauce box that I've been saving for from America. So, to draw this entire conversation to a close, my air fry stream is coming, everybody. Get hype, because I've been promising that for literal years. Not literal years, because I've only been streaming for 6 months. But the air fry stream will happen. It's just big budget, and I had to save for everything to do it properly. So you get to watch a full-grown man in a chicken mask eat chicken nuggets with hot sauces that are like the hottest on the planet, as is the brand. It's the ones that they do on there's a YouTube series. The hot sauces are on my throne wish list as well, so just go look at the hot sauces on my throne wish list. Bathe in the radiance of this humble lighthouse and be comforted. Thanks, I think. Who are you? Worry not. I'm a simple light keeper. We are an order with many curiosities. Perhaps we can be of service to you, sailors. You see, in addition to keeping our lighthouses operational, we research ancient artifacts. I have some of those from the world that was. Most are lost in time. Most are lost to time and darkness deep in the chasms of the ocean floor. However, should you encounter such items, we will gladly catalogue them and share their wisdom. Moreover, your efforts will be rewarded handsomely. What say you? Do it. I've got 1 billion of them. Ooh, sounds spooky. We're in. Definitely we're in. So yeah, if you want my air fry stream to be a particular format, I will be properly ordering everything as of the end of January, and it will take as long as it takes for stuff to be delivered from America. The chicken mask is from the UK. The hot sauces are coming from America, so it will probably be 2 weeks after that. If you want to see something specific on my air fryer stream, or if it's literally me making chicken nuggets on a stream you want to see, then fine. But if you have a particular format in mind, let me know, because I'd appreciate any advice. Because otherwise, I have a sort of general idea, and I'm going to try not to burn the roof of my mouth off eating these hot sauces, because they are ridiculous, apparently. After all, these trinkets are useless to you. Perhaps you've already made such discoveries. Wait. I sense a terrible radiance all about your vessel. It cannot be. Are you in possession of strange glowing stones? I am. The lightkeepers call these extraordinary objects light prisms. I may be able to harness their power, but should proceed with caution. Let us speak more on this matter when you are prepared. I found some old-timey stuff you might be into. Let's see what you've uncovered. I've got a new item for you. Is that a rubber chicken? I'm pretty sure that's a rubber chicken. Right to find you've got there. I'll happily hand over some. I don't know what that does yet. What say you? Yes. Splendid. Here you are. Please let it be a rubber chicken. It's a rubber chicken! A glockenspiel. When chickens suffered from egg production crippling... What? When chickens suffered from egg production crippling insomnia, farmers would often serenade the coop with the soothing sound of this elegant instrument. This game is rapidly approaching my top 5. The glockenspiel. I need to add a flag in my stream for that. If nobody else is going to clip the glockenspiel, I will go back and clip it later. The glockenspiel, everybody. The glockenspiel. Okay. And I just got the achievement in Steam, Baby's First Thingamabob, which thingamabob is also an awesome word. Got a new item for you. I think that's a belt buckle. Quite the find you've got there. I'll happily hand over some. What say you? Yes. Splendid. Here you are. It's going to be a belt buckle? Yeah, a belt buckle. A belly flash. When sunlight was caught at the proper angle, these belts would blast opponents with debilitating When sunlight was caught at the proper angle, these belts would blast opponents with a debilitating ray of light, giving the wearer the upper hand in conflicts. So, based off what I'm understanding, this world that I'm sailing through is like the future, and there's been some sort of like pirate-based apocalypse, and all of the stuff that's come from before has gone, and now everybody lives in boats. So I had assumed that this was going to be like cliche Caribbean pirate base, but actually it's apocalypse based, which is very up my street from previous experience. So what is this? A lamp of some kind? Splendid. It's going to be a lamp, right? A baby scrattler. Parents would fill these contraptions with treats, then throw them into the playpens full of crying babies. The scattering of goodies would temporarily placate them. I don't really understand what that's... Is that meant to be a bird feeder? That might be a bird feeder. I don't know. Do I have... No. Do I have... I don't... No, I have nothing else. Okay. Never mind. I would like to know about the spooky prisms. Ominous items these. Not to be trifled with. Show me. The abominable form is completed. The time of purification is nigh, binding us to the eternal night side till the deed is done. Shall we invoke the joining? I don't know what any of this means. Update, while sitting here I was looking at my meds and I realized my prescription is incorrect. It's not a migraine I suffered. You're suffering withdrawal. Abby, take some fucking drugs and sit down, for God's sake. I will be on Minecraft in about an hour, Avi, if you want to hang out in a voice call. We'll play on the chicken SMP. It'll be cool. That seriously sucks, Avi. Please take a pill, or several, not several. We do not promote overdosing. Or, I mean, like, taking too many pills. Overdosing is also bad, so please don't do that. I feel like this has gone off on a little bit of a ramble. Basically, take the prescribed amount of pills that you should be doing to not suffer withdrawal. Done. There I am. Disclaimer. Sorted. No legal proceedings will be made. Yes, invoke the joining. I don't know what that means. Close your eyes, look at the abyss within, and prepare yourselves. What is happening? Alas, the light is refracted. Shield your eyes. Is this going to summon some sort of evil monster? Gonna call my mum and see if she has any actress. Promise I won't overdose. Good. Yes, I will be on voice on Discord in an hour if anybody would like to hop on the SMP with me. The vast deep blue drifting in this cradle. I think Dolly is going to hop on there but not stream, and we're going to go to some netherite hunting. The vast deep blue drifting in this cradle of space. Their powers merging in each flash of light. Sailors, I beseech you. Those pearls that manifest where the bolts meet the waters. Grab them before they sink. Before they are lost to eternity. There's a whale there. Go get pearls from... where there's lightning. I need to go get pearls from where there's lightning, basically. Over there. Why do I feel like I'm getting trolled right now? There we go. Pearl, please! Don't do a sink pearl. Lightning pearl. Oh, there's a little purple animation when the lightning is going to strike. That's good to know. How long do I do this for? No! Oh my god. Terrible driving. That's my other crew's fault. Lightning pearl, no! So many lightning. Calm yourselves, sailors. The worst is over. The lightning prism has transferred its power to this. Take it, you may encounter those who can unlock its secrets. The tower can slumber once again. So must I. All is as it should be. Always a pleasure. Keep your eyes peeled. So I think Makeshift guessed based off the draft of this boat being useful, but the fact that I could turn this boat so comfortably whilst doing that was just brilliant. So, Makeshift, I need to scroll up to find your username again. I think you may or may not have already gone streaming, but I'm going to shout out Makeshift again for the good advice, even though I think they did it accidentally. 85. If you're not following Makeshift, I request that you please do, because they are good people. And apparently we have a lot of similar personality traits. More fish? Yeah, I think I would have been, to use some very foul language, I think I would have been fucked if I couldn't turn my ship on a dime then when I was doing that event. Mean-spirited and fast-moving little buggers taste like shitted houseplant. Nice. Because what else do you want from a fish? Sky has just found yet another excuse to unsub from, unfollow me. More fish. Everybody, he said the F word quick, tell a teacher. Are there any adults in chat right now? Cantex, are you still here? I don't think I can call Avi an adult. No offense, Avi. So what have I actually got left to do in this zone now? Ding! Why is the lighthouse not crossed out? Maybe I return there like a... I'm gonna have to return there like I do with the shop, maybe? These guys... There's still a pirate in the water. It's been ages since I killed your boat. Why are you still in the water like this? Hello? I like his Mohican. Mohican, or is it a mask? It's a mask. I mean, I kind of like the mask. Has anybody here played Zelda, the new one that was on Switch? Breath of the Wild. The little cross mask this dude is wearing reminds me of the dudes in that. The ninja guys that pop out and really like bananas. Look at him. Oh, the sequel of that comes out soon. I am so hyped. Not soon. At least it's definitely in development, and I am hyped for it to be in development. My friendship seems to be just in an island. They appear to be having issues. Hi guys. You just chill out. You're fine. I think I might be done in this zone, you know. Let's move on. I'm kind of enjoying having a smaller ship again. As much as I like that one, I've got some wood. I could go build a smaller, but bigger than this, but smaller than that boat. We'll hang out in this one for a bit longer. I've got a new gun on it. It seemed to do pretty well. Hello, friend. Come here, would you? Okay, I've got to deliver the mama peppers for this guy. Let's go deliver some mama peppers. Okay, that's the one. Straight to Warm Coral Island. Okay, so I need to go find where this person is. There's another lighthouse here. Oopie. Oh, this place is probably... Ignore everything I just said. I need my big ship because there's pirate places to blow up on this in this zone. Let's go ruin a building's day! Hooray! Got him! I think I'm getting better at that. I don't want to toot my own horn. I'm not immediately going to say that and hit a sandbank because that would be dumb. Watch as I skillfully maneuver around that sandbank. Are you a pirate? You're a pirate. All pirates must die. Is that a skull and crossbones? That is a skull and crossbones. He's just chilling out there, catching his dinner. And they're down. I mean, all of the pirates in this game are immoral, Sky. I don't count the nice pirates that are in Sea of Thieves. All of the pirates in this one like to punch puppies. Therefore, they must be destroyed. Let's go straight to dropping that stuff off. Choo-choo! There has to be a trick for sailing into the wind in this game that I'm just straight up not understanding. I mean, I'm still moving in this case, so it's not too bad. Hello, we have some mama peppers to deliver. Jabna Buffdinder. Hello and good Talon Day to you. Special delivery. Ooh, spicy mama peppers. This will really take my stew up a notch. Thanks, here's a little something for your trouble. The anticipation is killing me. Folks will put this in their mouth. And all of a sudden, the Flavor Festival starts. I need to write that down. Oh, we have a new go live announcement, everybody. The Flavor RightBigChimken has gone live. The Flavor Festival begins. I used one that was I used one for a little bit that Dolly had from a game that was They played Bugsnax recently, and one of the things was something for sale, some assembly required, may contain nuts or shellfish, and I was using that. So I'm going to try and... The hardest part of this whole streaming thing, I cannot think of good go live notifications. Titles, to a reasonable degree. The go live notifications suck. They're just hard. I do need to hit save on that because I will not lose the Flavor Festival begin. I can't even say it. I will not lose the Flavor Festival begins. Yeah, there we go. Let's go sail with some more boats. Come on, coming about. Let's go see. I don't think I have anything to speak to this lighthouse about because I've just been to one, but we'll go find out what that's about. Maybe it's a pirate one because there's those statues there. I don't know. Either way, they're going to get ruined because I've got big guns on this boat. This was such a good purchase because I saved up for a while when I was playing this last time to get this boat, and it has worked out brilliantly. See, I don't want my sails all the way gone. I just want them up a little bit so I can just drift comfortably past and then go 1 and then go 2. And it'd have sucked if I'd missed that then. And we're going to keep up the action, and we're going to hit these guys as well. Nice. Okay, actually turn around though. Why have you... Have I hit... I've hit a motherfucking invisible sandbank! Oh. It'd be funny if that hadn't happened like 9 times today. Come on, reverse. Nobody saw this. They just come out of nowhere. You can't see them. Are we drifting? I think we're free. Are we free? We're free. I'm not bad, chat. I just can't see under the water while sailing a ship. Let's go see if I can speak to this gentleman over here about anything magical. Adjust the sails. Who are you? Oh. I move zones, right? This isn't the same one. How might I be of service to you on this fine evening? I've done all this. See anything interesting from your lighthouse? Oh, that's useful. No, he does not see anything interesting from his lighthouse. Let's go. So we go over here. No. Go over here. I don't think there's anything interesting here, and we've delivered the peppers. Yeah, those are both down. So we are going to go back to this place, Brightwing Bay, because they've got a pirate ship and a chest. So many things to blow up with my pirate ship. Even for a low spoon stream, blowing stuff up in this game is super satisfying. I don't know really. I kind of expect these things to fire at me when you get too close, but they don't seem to do anything. It's free materials. Here, I am doing pretty well on materials. Do not hit that invisible... I see you, Sandbank. You can suck a dick. We like money. Okay, this one has... Oh, you know what I had been doing? Because I switched to this big ship and then was sailing around. Until I... Oh, you bastard! You know, how did he not see me? I'm the size of an island. When I was sailing around in this big ship originally, Makeshift made another good point. I hadn't re-put more cannons on my old ship, so they were just sailing around in fights and everything and had no way of defending themselves. Which is a silly realization to make, like, an hour later, but, you know, I am becalmed. Come on. There we go. Do I need to blow you up? Are you evil? I don't think the giant skull mountain is evil. Privateer ship ahead. Looks like the Skull Clan. Do they mean pirate when they say that? Oh, there is a dude on the island there. Okay, I see you. Which boat was he even talking about? That one all the way over there. I see you, you little man on that island. Come on, turn round. I am not even slightly close to hitting that. Come on. Hard turn. Hard turn. Come on. Brake. Brake. That's what the oars are for. Almost handbrake turns. And after all that, my little friendship blew it up. Because of course it did. You know what would be really cool as a piece of DLC in this would be catamarans. Like, has anybody in chat ever watched Waterworld? Like, if this is actually a post-apocalyptic situation, I want a high-tech, super-fast catamaran. Ding, ding, ding. Waterworld, cool movie. I love Waterworld, Cantex. Awesome film. Much underappreciated. I got a swivel gun. Okay. That might be another one for the small boat. Yeah, Waterworld is underappreciated as movies go. I think it flopped, right? I feel like that was one of the... I feel like that was one of those films that did it absolutely terribly. We need to go find that pirate ship. I see him. I see him on the horizon. He's gonna do a die. If I can actually keep up speed and catch him. Butchered rum's got me scurvy. Come on, you need to get a bit further away from me than that. Oh, I am quite damaged, actually. Nice. And at range as well. I'll take that. Nice. Okay, we got the ship, everybody. We got the ship. And it's probably time for me to repair this one. Fleet and wooden wattle. Oh, that's not cheap. Auto repair threshold. Oh, it auto repairs when I switch. Okay. Oh. One might think floating in the ocean would be enough, but regular misting of the deck with a spray bottle is proven to reduce chances of catching fire. I have not got to the part in this game where my boat can be set fire to. I look forward to that. I am going to switch to my other little boy boat for a bit. Take command of the Krusty Cluck outfit. We're going to equip him. I don't want to put old chase. I don't want to put old anything. Repeating chaser if you're a bad shot at distance. Improve your odds by firing more often. Yeah, that's what we love. I kind of want to make this boat a little bit silly. So we're gonna go swivel on the front. We're gonna go repeater on the front, and we're gonna go polished chase gun on the side, and we're gonna sail this boat for a little bit. I don't really know what that weird segue thing I did then was, but we're going to sail this boat for a little bit. Cantex, yes, flopped a bit, but I think it has a good cult following. I just love the dude that best part of that film, and me and a friend still reference it to each other, is the guy that finds paper. I almost gave away the thing then. The guy that finds paper and he holds it up to the guy because he tries to sell it to him, and it does the whole paper. Have you seen anything like paper? And just the accent of that guy. Me and a friend reference that to each other all the time. And by all the time, I mean regularly, but not daily. Just for context, if you've not seen Waterworld, Waterworld is about the world flooding, so paper becomes a rarity. I'm getting really close to what I think might be the end of this run, but I might be wrong. So we're going to go to Palmswell and see. Very obscure quote. Of the quotes that I reference on a regular basis, you are right. That's probably the more obscure. I just love it, and I don't know why. It's tickled me since I saw it that film for the first time as a kid. We got a pirate ship having a fight again. So we're going to go back on the big boy, who is now fully fixed. Let's do a nice little drift up next to them. We're not going to give you all my goodies. Can you believe it? The nerve of some people. Don't throw us to the wolves here. Don't help us? Of course. We've got your 6, no worries. Cough up some coin and everybody lives. Nobody is getting money from me. Stop trying to take money from me. I've yet to find one of you guys that's been a challenge. Come on, you banana-loving freaks. See, my little boat in the background is doing work. Get back here, you! Why I oughta... Come on, how am I missing at this range? There's a wreck near us as well, okay. Are they sailing directly into this island? Or are they turning? They are turning. Yeah, turn. I dare you. Be in the broadside range. They defeated me because my 90 cannons can't hit shit. Nice, got him. I will regret nothing, Kid Hob Hunger. You, sir, are sunk. And we're going to go check out that wreck. You're all washed up, Chid. Ooh, boxes. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I think this game needs catamarans. I'm gonna write the developers like a tweet, because I'm sure video game developers probably love hearing from random men on the internet about what they think their game needs, right? That's like a thing that people want to hear. Please, sir, can I have a catamaran? Okay, that one is sunk. Let's go and attack Skull Island because my little boat friend is doing the business. Sandbank? No. I just sailed into the... I just sailed directly in... Yeah, okay. Nobody saw that. I didn't just damage my own little ship that's sailing around. Bye. What are you? Why does it look like the mast of that boat is bent at like a... What is that? Is that one of those wrecked boats with somebody on board? I don't know what this is. Sky Alaka, how's it going? What are you up to, Sky? Tell me. Tell me your secret, Sky. This looks like it's a boat that's a giant sail. I'm not sure what the technical term would be. Are you a boat? Are you evil? Can I talk to you? I can. Oh, was that the guy that's the guy I rescued. I'm being an idiot. Not the first time today, and it probably won't be the last. Cease this mindless destruction. It was an accident. Your boat jumped out of me. I have super enjoyed this game. I hope the run doesn't end when I get to the next zone. And I will probably be back playing it next week. I hope everybody in chat has enjoyed it. I'm not finishing. I don't know why I'm saying it like I'm finishing. I must look up if the developers have done anything else, because I'm not sure. I don't know if they have. But it's a very competent sailing game. I think one person at least has bought it based off my previous stream. Leak, wherever you are. Hope you're enjoying sailing ships. Go get this box. Sorry for the delay deciphering a pirate code. Well, that kind of answers my question. Oh, I've hit another invisible... Oh. Sandbanks in this game. I am feet away from this island, and I've reset. Turns out sandbanks, the worst thing in a sailing game that you could possibly experience. Am I immediately going to hit the same one? No, I'm sailing around it this time. I really want to know why I haven't found a grappling hook gun yet. Okay. I've killed the pirate ship where we are. It's probably about time I could go to Lichlet. I'm going to go to Lichlet. We might be about to finish the run. I don't know what the end state of this game is. Maybe the map will just infinitely stretch out in front of me when I go here. Let's go to Lichlet. This feels like a game that could very easily have an end game plus mode. Like every time you rerun the entire run, every time you do a run, the pirates get more equipped, and you get more equipped, and so on. Because I bought this type of cannon at the very beginning and don't really seem to have upgraded in a while. Is this about to be a fight? Why is there purple smoke happening? No, you know what I'm gonna do, because I haven't really explored this as a concept. We're gonna go back to the boat shop, and we're gonna install a new boat in the entire fleet. That's maybe the one down from this one with the amount of cash that I've got. We're going to kit it out, and it's going to be sailing around with us, so we'll have like an army in case a boss turns up. This will be like my flagship, and the next one down will be... You know what I mean? Yeah, I know what I mean. I've been playing this game for a while now. I still spawn in a new area and immediately forget all the controls. Do I have a deal for you, good sir? You're going to sell me a boat. I have a brigantine. I could buy a second brigantine and have two big boys and one small boy. I like that idea a lot. Like a fleet is going to be made up of what? Don't like the fact... Am I missing something? Sell a boat from the fleet. So what happens if I sell the Krusty Cluck? Do I need... Where does Captain Pippin, Pippy Magoo go? I want my little ship to be this one. So if I buy that one... And then we sell maybe the other one. What is this? Whole retrofit. Bolt on some extra planks to make room for more stuff. Expect to win any races. That okay? That might be a new gun position for the. We're gonna sell. We're gonna sell the Krusty Cluck. The Krusty Cluck has been very good to us, but we're gonna sell it. Goodbye, Krusty Cluck. I wonder if I get the cannons back. That might have been a mistake. Oh no, we do not get the cannon. The cannons do not. But the Captain Pippin is in the new boat. Nice. Okay, so do I get to? We're gonna name this boat. Come on. The Krusty Cluck Mark II. Set the auto repair threshold to full outfit. Much better guns, and we got the cannons back from the previous one. Avian Falls, I am back and have gotten my emergency medication. Going to go lay down and lurk, but I'll try and play on the server later if I'm not so dizzy. I look forward to hopefully playing with you later, Avian. I hope you feel better soon. It sucks that you're not feeling very well. And you need to get over that. You're a big noob. What exactly does... Like... Bolt on some extra planks to make room for more stuff. Oh, it just adds... It just adds... What other mods have I got? You're gonna have a longer range of gun because I feel like this boat is just armed to the teeth at this point. So if we go back and we go to the Krusty Cluck Mark II and we outfit it, the side guns can be. I need to buy. What's a dual gun? If one barrel works all right, it stands to reason that two do. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to put the side ones of this are going to be the standard gleaming. Need to go buy a gleaming one. Bear with. Need to turn around. Come on, turn around. no worries, guys. I appreciate the looks as always, and I hope to speak to you guys again soon. I always appreciate a lurk if anybody's lurking. I see you. I appreciate you for watching. And I hope you're having a nice time. Boat upgrade. I'm just going to buy a bunch of these because I have the cash. We're going to... We're going to go out and we're going to put... Outfit. We're going to... No, not that one. Yes. Silly... That one. What do we want on the... Oh, you know, it didn't give me... I sold that previous boat with the same guns. How irritating is that? It didn't give me the swivel guns back. Has he got a reclaim button? Recover your... Oh, poop. For future reference, everybody, if you sell your boat, make sure you take the guns off it if you play this game, because I just sold a boat with a bunch of maneuverable weapons on. Oh, shit. Okay, never mind. Onwards, upwards. We're gonna put... This boat's just gonna be kitted out with the gleaming guns for now. What else have I got in... Okay, that's a 4-gunner. And that's a fast maneuver, blah, 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 blah. Fast mover. I have 4 gleaming guns left, so I can buy mid-range and stock it with somebody. Let's build a new boat. We're going to build... Yeah, we're going to have the Brigantine, the Idea, and the Panache in the fleet, and the Panache is going to be a 4-gunner in... Yeah, we're going to do that. This could be a terrible idea. Panache, outfit. We're going to put all of the gleaming guns we can on it. We are going to put the threshold up to max. We are going to... Oh, okay. I have some stockpiled crew, so I can... We're going to put... I can move Captain Toot around. Okay. We're going to put you on there. And we're going to put you on there. We're going to rename this boat. I have a list. I'm prepared, everybody. A list of boat names. So I can figure out how to get through. We've had the Wooden Wattle. This boat will be the Codfather. Okay, so back. I would like the captain of my fleet on this one, so Captain Toot is going to go on the big ship because he's like the admiral. You know what I mean. And then on... Wait, which one am I looking at? That's the one that I've just equipped. So I need to go to this one. And I need to manage crew. Oh, that's Water Tough Ganger. We need him. Okay, we're getting there. We're looking. I've avoided saying it up till this point, but everybody breathe in. Everybody, we're looking ship shape. I've gone a full, like, 5 hours of playing this game without saying ship shape once, so just let me have it. Just let me have that one. We're gonna go into battle in the wooden wattle, who is the big boy. But we're just gonna make sure that everybody is set to 100%. I'm glad you like that, Sky. And then we're gonna go to... We're gonna go fight. I think we're gonna go fight somebody. I don't know what's gonna happen up here, to be honest. So we're gonna find out. This has been what the game has been building up to the entire time. So when I picked up Goose at the very beginning of the game, this map was marked and we've been working up our way there slowly. So I was kind of assuming that it was going to be some sort of boss battle. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. Haven't looked. Look at our little fleet. Look at our little fleet of chicken-themed guys. I'm so happy with my little fleet, everybody. Look at them. Look at my little boat. Look at my... Look at them. Nice. Look at all those chickens. Thank you, Sky. We're gonna... I don't know what that is up there, but we'll find out. We're gonna do it. Hello, who are you? What do you do? Are you evil? Egad! Dr. Zizzo. You have snuck upon me. A word that I can't pronounce, sailors. Though perhaps I was merely lost in another mad labyrinth of thoughts. Nonetheless, I'm in a bit of a predicament here, and I hate those shallst I elucidate. Yes, please elucidate. Please do. Unlike you, I adore predicaments. Pretty swanky science spot you got here. Is that a giant propeller? Can your ship fly? Not understanding something is the first step toward delicious knowledge. Thusly, cast those optical organs skyward and look upon... Rouge fuck. I don't believe you. So for that strange advertisement, I'm going to tell everybody in my chat not to click that link, and we're going to give you a sweet ban. Goodbye, Rouge fuck. What a name. If you were going to have a spam something in a Twitch chat, do not have your name be Rouge fuck. Just what, like, people who... I'm not suggesting that people that do phishing scams and shit should try harder, but for God's sake, thusly cast those optical organs skyward and look upon thy mystery. What say you, fellow knowledge seekers? What curiosities dost thou spy with your keen little eyes? Cute, we call it Professor Stony Baloney. Looks like a spooky rock or something. Let's smash it. Hold on, let me grab my looking glass. I'm afraid I've obtained very little hard data. No pun intended, but for some reason it giveth me an icky feeling. Due to its inconvenient location, I've yet to be able to properly study it. I am, of course, in the process of developing a marvelous contraption to retrieve it. So I'll need some luminade. That's what the purple stuff is. You see, luminade comes from prisms which contain the untold secrets of the world that was. I believe that ancient power can be harnessed to develop powerful new technologies. Am I going to develop a flying boat? So what says you, my newly anointed research assistant? Shall we embark on this quest for knowledge as one? Yes, please. Oh, did you say research assistant? Let's do it. Wunderbar. I find it quite fortuitous that we met you here on the grand precipice of discovery. Perhaps they were similarly drawn to the stone's power. Let us away to palaver with the keepers of the nearest lighthouse. They know a great many things about the world that was included. Chart a course for Salt Crown Cove. That's not the nearest lighthouse, even slightly. But okay. I mean, there's a lighthouse up here. What are you talking about? We're going to go to Salt Crown Cove, apparently. And the game is not over. Part of me was expecting a credits roll then. There is still time, everybody. My fleet of ships will not... I know there's giant monsters in this somewhere, and I'm trying to understand where they are. Because I've seen screenshots briefly on stream, and I know there's something big. I just love all the boats. Can I... I'm just going to hover here for a sec because I need a thumbnail, everybody. I wonder if I could set up a channel point reward that made it so if somebody redeemed a channel point, it saved a screenshot. I don't know. Something to think about. Hello, scientist. I have some luminade and I've spoken to the lighthouse keepers already, so... Ahoy there, slowpokes. It's almost as if your ship can fly. You got the luminade? I do. Good zooks. Hope it wasn't too much trouble. I had to get some lightning pearls. That spooky light keeper was weird as heck. I tuned in to say hello and then go look at my ceiling until I feel the urge to sleep, but I came in at the clippable moment, so I guess here's more content. Oh, and hello. I hope you're doing well, Chimken. Panos Chris. Thank you for clipping me saying goodbye to Rougefuck. Gone but not forgotten. I had immediately forgotten about them, I'll be honest. But thank you for the clip, Chris. I always appreciate you. How is it going? I've not seen you in a while. Are you feeling okay? How is life? Though I think you implied that you might be lurking, so if you do not feel like replying, do not worry about it. That spooky lightkeeper was weird as heck. He was pretty weird. Indubitably. Now, let the juices of innovation flow freely. Oh, we've got a science tree. We've got a science tree, everybody. And we've got the harpoon gun. We've got the harpoon gun. This game just became infinitely more complicated. Crossbows, crossbows. Rotator guns that I traded in. Okay. This I can work with. I would love a harpoon gun. Yes, please. We'll just add a super responsible amount of luminade to the furnace and code Gadzooks. We've just developed the plans for a harpoon gun. Take that technological marvel to any ship-shaped shop and they'll hook you up. Let's just say those invertebrates owe me a favor. Tell them Doc Zizzo sent you. Do you have anything else to say? Remember to take blueprints to any ship-shaped shop and they'll sort you out. Can you feel it? You're at the epicenter of discovery. Oh, there's so many things that I can buy now. Some light armor. This implies that the game's gonna become very complicated soon. I want an entire little ship equipped with swivel guns. Chase guns. Much lighter than a gun and can still dish out some bulk damage. How much damage does that do compared to a deck gun? Damage 9, damage 6. Reload time 4 seconds. Reload time. Max angle degree, so I can shoot those up and they'll come down. Range 80 meters, range 40 meters. So damage slightly lower, but much better range. DPS. DPS, okay. I feel like the armor will be a good shout. Don't look directly at the furnace. Boom, shakalaka. One blueprint for It's been a busy few weeks lately. Panos Chris, it's been a busy few weeks lately doing practice in hospitals. Did I mention I am a student in nursing school? And I guess it paid off well because I got COVID. I'm thankfully feeling good and staying safe and inside, and spent Christmas with close ones and relaxing. My days will be busy real soon, but I am fine with that, excited even. But how are you? How has life been? Panos Chris, towards the end of the year, I was dealing with a certain amount of stress. Work has been a little bit shit, and psychologically my mental health is a little bit all over the place. There is a low spoons notification in the stream title for this stream, you might have noticed. You can redeem that in chat and that will give you a little bit of an explanation. But I'm okay in the grander scheme of things. I'm feeling a little bit better about work. And I'm still gaming. Gaming is the important thing, and I'm still here and enjoying this. My little community has grown a little bit. You might have seen on the Discord, there's a lot of talking going on there now. And DollyWhiskers, who you know I stream with on the regular basis, is doing okay. We had a pretty quiet Christmas, but that's what we like. We saw some family, we streamed on Christmas Day, and DollyWhiskers' sister is staying with us for the rest of the week. DollyWhiskers is the Ziggy who has been in our chat before. I'm not sure if you've been introduced, but they've brought every single item of clothing that they own, and they're washing them all, and they're doing like a proper end of season clear out. So they're going to donate a bunch of clothes to charity and only keep that they want to keep. And I do like a clear out like that. It's good for the brain. Use it in good health. What else have I unlocked? Heavy armor plating. If you're looking to really beef up your boat, this is the ticket. The heavy armor plating isn't great for maneuverability. I'm going to put that on my big ship, and it's going to be hard as nails. Hang every... Do I want to waste all of these so quick? Let's go with the chase guns. What else have I unlocked? Heavy fixed cannons. What's the difference between a deck gun and a fixed cannon? Damage. Oh, better damage. Much better damage. I just spent all that money on gun upgrades, and owner of large vessels ought to have cannonry. Okay, I'm not gonna fret on that too hard, but I should have not spent all that cash that I had, and I should have waited to do this first, but never mind. I thought that was going to be... I have no idea how big this game is, everybody. This game could take me weeks. Who knows? Oh, I'm in a thunderstorm though, and I'm out of lemonade. We still need to investigate Dead Rock. What the hell does that mean? How about those, and they might just offer you... We will go back to the lighthouse to see, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to get in my smaller boat, because that was the mistake that I made before. I can have an entire other boat in my fleet. Interesting. We're gonna go with the little boy. The Krusty Cluck Mark II. Come on, Krusty Cluck Mark II, let's go. Panos Chris, life is full of peaks and valleys, and I'm sorry to hear you're in a valley now. Feeling stressed and emotionally all over the place. Hope you're staying close to loved ones and taking it one step at a time. It will get better soon. Of that I am sure, and if you ever need somebody to chat to, I am just a click away. The Discord server is absolutely lovely. I have just been criminally offline in general and also unsure of what to say in chat, despite you all being the sweetest. Thank you for saying so, Panos. That clip link is another phenomenal set of words. Let's scroll up and see. Oh yeah, I marvel at Twitch's use of randomly generated URLs. We've talked about this in chat before, Panos. The URL that you just put in chat for the clip. Light Big Tardigrade Mr. Destructoid. Wow. Planning on being more active, though. Don't want to end up being just a name on a server list. Panos, you're busy in real life. People get busy in real life. We understand that. If you don't have time to chat, I just appreciate you coming back and popping in. That's the important thing. You came back. And I'm very aware that life gets busy. Let's go over here. We are approaching 9 o'clock. We are going to see if Dolly is going to be playing Minecraft with us on Minecraft. And because where else would they be playing Minecraft? I'm going to sail to this lighthouse. And then I'm going to talk to this person and find out if this is what we need to be doing next. I think the lighthouse keepers are immortal, everybody. I've done this. This is done. So I guess I just need to go do some more stuff. And then get bits and pieces. Okay. So I'm going to pause this game. I'm going to chuck you on the BRB screen for just a minute. And we're going to find out what the plan is for the rest of the... There we go. When I muted earlier, did it have the game audio all the way through? Because that was very loud. I guess it wasn't raining earlier, so that's probably fine. I'm going to mute myself. I'll be back in just a second. I'm going to go speak to Dolly very quick. Everybody, we have arrived at my usual scheduled stream for the day, which is going to be Minecraft. So I'm going to call it a day on the pirate game. We ended at a natural point. And I'm going to stop saying this because I need to top and tail the VOD. So we're going to go back to the pirate game for 5 seconds. Very professional around here, very professional. Everybody who has watched the game up until this point, I'm sorry that I just stepped away for 5 seconds. This will be the end of the stream for today. Of this game. I'm going straight into a game of Minecraft with somebody for my scheduled stream for the week. If you're watching this VOD on YouTube, I appreciate you being here, and maybe you'll watch that VOD after this. So I'm going to return to the BRB screen, and we are going to get all of the admin sorted whilst I am cooking some meatballs in my air fryer as well. And we're going to get queued up, and we're just gonna have a nice build up to what is going to be the next stream. Because I'm really boring and I'm putting all of my VODs on YouTube, I will top and tail. I will reintroduce the next stream as if I'm starting from scratch, so the video has like a natural opening. I am not going crazy. That is just a thing